Hello everyone, स्वागत छ तपाईलाई हाम्रो अर्को सेसनमा। सो हामीसँग साथीहरु जोइन हुँदै हुनुहुन्छ। सो म एउटा सानो हाम्रो गेस्टको एउटा सानो इन्ट्रोडक्सन गर्दै हाल्छु so that it would be much easier for you guys to connect later on. So अमनको बारेमा भन्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ Aman is currently based out of Frankfurt, Germany and working as a GOG, a Lufthansa group company. His professional life falls between analytics and design thinking. And as a senior consultant, he also advised different airline executives in terms of data and analytics. So अमनको बारेमा अझै भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ अब लुफ्थान्जा, स्विस, अस्ट्रेलियन उहरुसँग डिफरेन्ट एक्सपर्ट्सहरु पनि काम गरेको छ। सो आई थिंक अमन I would like to transfer the mic to you so that you तिमीले अलिकति आफ्नो बारेमा भन्दै भने चाहिँ it would be much easier. Hello Aman, you there?
Hello. Yeah, keep like kissing network going.
I think we can hear you.
Okay. That's good. सबैले अनुवाद लुकाएर बसेको छ नि।
यार
किन यस्तो लजाएको? We have 9 people so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
So हामी अहिले almost 2 बजेर 3 मिनेट गएको छ नेपाली टाइम। हामी 2:10 सम्म चाहिँ यसो पार्टिसिपेन्ट्सहरुलाई कुराउँ and then we formally start our session है त।
Exactly. We just make it very casually. I really like playing it that way. So first thing first, ground rule, everyone turns on their video because I don't want to be the only person speaking. It is not like a very traditional webinar. Someone is speaking and you're listening. It is a collaboration session. And we're going to make it highly engaging. And that's basically the ground rule of it. While we are waiting here, why don't we just go around and then just speak about ourselves? Let's introduce ourselves, let's say. Barsha, I see you. Can you quickly introduce yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Barsha Bhattrai and I'm currently at King's College doing my BBA final year. I'm working as Communication and Business Development Manager at Ideasa Digital Private Limited, and I work as a freelance corporate MC and really looking forward to this session.
Thank you, Barsha. Who do we have over here? Pranay.
Hello everyone, मेरो नाम प्रणय श्रेष्ठ। मैले भर्खरै 30 for नेपालको 2 years को फेलोशिप सकाएर बसिरहेको। अहिले लकडाउनले गर्दा केही कुरामा नि इन्भल्भ हुन पाएको छैन, त्यसैले आफूलाई चाहिँ इन्गेज गराउनको लागि वेबिनारहरुमा जान्दै नयाँ कुराहरु सिक्दै बसिरहेको। Looking forward to this.
That's great. Thank you. Archana?
Okay. Hi everyone. I am Archana and I'm a theater artist, and except for that I am a student of gender studies. I'm a master's garirachu TU bata, and I am really looking forward to this session. Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Ritika, hi. Good to see you back.
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, भइसक्यो क्या अरे। आज बिहानदेखि काम गर्दा बिर्सेछु। हेलो, मेरो नाम चाहिँ रितिका गिरी हो। सो म पनि एउटा किङ स्टुडेन्ट नै हो अनि करेन्टली चाहिँ आई एम इन्भल्भ इन आइडिया डिजिटल। आई एम वर्किङ देयर एज अ कन्सेप्ट क्रिएटर अनि लुकिङ फरवर्ड फर दिस सेसन।
Great. Action. I don't know if that's a nickname or he's connecting the audio. Let's go to Rahul. Rahul?
Yes, hello. Namaste सबैजनालाई। मेरो नाम चाहिँ राहुल बिसङ्की हो र म चाहिँ स्टडी वाइज आइम लर्निङ सोशल वर्क अहिले सेकेन्ड इयरमा अनि प्रोफेसन वाइज आइम स्टुडेन्ट इन्टर्न एन्ड रेस सर्कल क्रिएटिभ सोल्युसन्स भन्नेमा अनि आइम रियली एक्साइटेड फर दिस सेसन। थ्याङ्क यू।
Great, thank you. Surisa?
हेलो एभ्रिवान। मेरो चाहिँ क्यामेरा मैले खोलिनँ है, अहिले अलिकति यहाँ पछाडि अलि नमिलेर हैन। जस त्यही त म चाहिँ ऋषभ चुडाल होइन, म चाहिँ एउटा सफ्टवेयर इन्जिनियर। अनि म चाहिँ मलाई ठ्याक्कै यो सेसनमा एक्ज्याक्ट के हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ त्यो मैले राम्रोसँग चाहिँ हेरिनँ त्यो होइन। मैले अस्ति त्यो डुवर्समा मैले यसको देखेको थिएँ होइन, अनि मैले जस्ट लगातार त्यसको सेसनहरू मैले लिँदै गइरहेको छु। त्यही भएर आज पनि अब केही राम्रै नलेजहरू गेन हुन्छ कि भनेर म चाहिँ आएको हो।
That's all right. The design thinking will be beauty in it. You do not expect anything and then you get surprised, hopefully.
Okay.
Great to have you, Rishabh. Asmita.
Hello, Dai.
Ajay. We cannot see you though.
Hello, everyone. My name is Asmita. I work as HR officer at Refiners. दाइको सेसन चाहिँ अस्मिता पनि लेखेँ मैले एकचोटि, अनि सो अहिले पनि डिजाइन थिङ्किङको बारेमा चाहिँ बुझ्नको लागि लेखेको। त्यही नै हो। Thank you.
Thank you. Resna.
Hello everybody. I'm Resna. मेरो चाहिँ नेटवर्क कनेक्सन अलि विक छ कि त्यही भएर मैले क्यामेरा खोलिनँ है। So म चाहिँ I'm currently environmental science को student. Final year बाँकी छ, and I really don't have any working experience because मेरो यो semester break I was supposed to do internship, but COVID pandemic ले गर्दा यतिकै halt भयो. And I hope to gain some experience. I came to know about this by a friend who चाहिँ like frequently your session or लिइराख्ने रहेछ annually. So he said me it's really helpful. So I hope to gain some knowledge and good experience. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you. Sandesh. Sandesh? Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Hello everyone. I'm Sandesh. And म चाहिँ यहाँ कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि जस्ट डिजाइनिङको बारेमा पनि इलिस्ट्रेटर सिक्दै थिएँ, अनि डिजाइनिङहरूको बारेमा के आइडियाहरू गेन गर्न सकिन्छ कि भनेर यसमा पार्टिसिपेट गरेको छु।
Okay, great. Thank you. Ashish.
Hello.
Ajay, go ahead and introduce yourself, Ashish, for the round.
Hello, namaste. My name is Ashish Kajwal, and yeah, happy to be here.
Tell us a bit about yourself, man. I know everything about you, but the other might not.
Currently, I am working in design and animation company. I'm also working in Makerspace based in King's College. Yeah.
Great. Glad to have you back once again. Okay, whom do we have who has not introduced themselves yet? Viewfinders को कता हो रहा है? कोई बोलता नहीं बोलते ना देखा अनुहार को नहीं देखा होता ना. Anup, are you there?
Actually, I'm here.
Anup, are you?
एकछिन अर्को काममा हुन्छ. Okay.
So let me just go ahead and I'll start sharing my screen. First of all, thank you so much, guys, for. Okay, मेरो आवाज आइरहेको छैन हो? Can you guys not hear me properly?
It's good here.
But it's better if you could be louder.
Okay.
It would be better.
Now, works?
It works, but I think, okay.
Okay, no, tell me, because we need, since we'll be speaking quite a bit.
हामी अरू speakers बोले जतिको चाहिँ त्यस्तो audible चाहिँ छैन, त्यति clear or loud चाहिँ छैन. I don't know, maybe it's the technical thing or it's your voice.
Wait.
Is it better now?
Much better.
Much better. Okay. यो headphone को सट्टा अर्को switch गरेको थियो अनि.
It's good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I can sing. Thank you. Okay. So some ground rules. As I said, this is going to be an engaging exercise. It's good that you don't have, or you might have mixed expectations from the session, which is fairly okay. So we'll just take it up as it goes. My, let's say, idea or goal from today and tomorrow's session is to give you guys a brief introduction to design thinking. Kasari suru bhayo, where does it actually come from? Ani why design thinking, and so that you guys get some, let's say, tangible experience of it. We're going to do one mini exercise in small teams, so it's going to be engaging. I hope you all have your laptops with you and have used Google Slides before. I'll send you the link afterwards as well. And we're going to be working on small teams, or you guys will be working on small teams. I'll provide the guidelines, and by the day of today and tomorrow, we'll try to do a mini challenge or mini design thinking, let's say. That's what it's called, Design Dash. SAP, a leading German company who has been a primary player in the whole design thinking movement in the world, उनीहरूले डिजाइन गरेको एउटा सानो एक्सर्साइज छ डिजाइन ड्यास भनेको, अनि त्यसैमा बेस्ड भएर चाहिँ we just gonna try out small thing. Maybe, I mean, I already know Ashish and Ritika, both the people have already experienced design thinking before during Impact Week Nepal or Nepal versus COVID-19. So maybe it's a repetitive or in a different way experience for you, but we just take it as we go. Okay? Let me quickly share my screen so that you guys are able to see it properly. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you are able to see my screen. Yeah, great. So first of all, welcome. Special shout out. So thanks a lot, Anup. Has been a very good friend of mine, Viewfinders Production. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to talk with all of you guys. I think they're doing a fantastic job with bringing a lot of innovating people and then trying to bring the whole knowledge sharing stuff within the whole Nepalese diaspora. It's a great experience, and I've been a big fan of them, and I'm so happy to actually finally be part of their podcast series or the webinar series. I'd also like to thank these two entities over here. So my dear friend Madeleine, she is actually a co-founder at Employee Experience Lab. It's a design consultancy based out of Berlin. And she really helped me with the slides, or I took most of the slides from her because I was so busy with the other projects. So some of the slides are taken from her. Likewise, Dr. Bettina Maisch, she is part of the Impact Week as well and a very renowned professor of entrepreneurship at the Strategic Center for Entrepreneurship in Munich. She was before in Stanford. So basically the place where design thinking was really getting started. So a very well-renowned figure in the name of, in the world of design thinking and innovation and entrepreneurship in the Western world. So these people have been crucial or in making this happen. So without wasting any further time, we just want to welcome you all once again to a beginner's guide to design thinking and user-centric innovation. Anup already quickly told you guys about me, but I just want to briefly introduce myself. So I'm Aman, so do not call me sir, I'm a friend, right? There are my life basically has two aspects. I love aviation and I love design thinking. So in the picture you see on the right hand side, on the left hand side of this, it's a picture from last year in October. This picture was taken at 35,000 meter or above in the sky. So as I said, I work for Lufthansa Group, and I unofficially hold the record of being the youngest person in the world to speak on a conference at the highest altitude, let's say at 35,000 meters. So I was part of one big aviation conference, and we were doing a whole live conference from an aircraft. That's where you see the cameras over there. And I was talking about the use of AI and how the computer vision is going to likely change the whole aviation and airline operations. On the right side, that's me during the Impact Week Challenge last year. Zero Z, as you see in the logo, that's a company I work for. And all the companies, the logos that you see are really dear to me. So King's College in Nepal has been a really great friend. I am associated with them as a friend since a long time. So I'm really happy to see some King's people over here as well. So I love talking about design thinking and I love talking about aviation. And when it's actually the mix of it, I just get super excited. So despite this session, if any of these topics are of interest to you, happy to go on a chat and then talk forever, right? Before we quickly go, I mean, we already did a small let's say, introduction round. What I want to do quickly, without wasting any more time, is Zoom, you have the possibility to do a rename your name. So what we're going to do, you might go dot chani, click you can rename your name. So go ahead and then put your superpower wala timro ke bhन्छ superhero name. That's what we're going to be calling each other throughout the session, right? Whatever you feel your superhero powers are, type your superhero name. Guys, haven't changed it.
Are we typing in the chat? Or
No. You need to. Like. Did you see my image over there?
Okay.
How I have changed it. See, that's how you guys need to do it. Okay, I see bubbles over there. Barsa, what's your which superhero are you? Asif. You guys are mute. Unmute yourself if the background noise is not that high.
I've never thought myself as a superhero wala, so ke sochne sakira chain.
That's interesting. Okay. Is there anybody else who chose superhero? Ritika, who are you? Kun chai ni superhero timi?
Iron Woman.
Iron Woman. That's great. That's great. Bubbles, why are you Bubbles?
Why am I Bubbles?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was actually given this name by my best friends because we consider ourselves as the three Powerpuff Girls. And then I was given the name Bubbles because I'm the most emotional one in the team and somebody who's more like the sugar element of the gang. So yeah.
That's great. So we're going to be calling you Bubbles now.
Yeah.
Avatar. Why are you Avatar?
There are two Avatar, like one is the movie Avatar and another is the animated cartoon Avatar. So there's a character called Aang, which I really like. He's a very balanced guy, like every elements are the water, fire, so balanced.
That's good.
I'm seeking for balance in life, so Avatar.
We have Wonder Woman over here as well. Wonder Woman, we cannot hear you.
Is it okay that I just named it? I don't have any reason.
No, that's perfectly fine. So the reason why I made you guys do this is design thinking is always about engaging and bringing people and doing something fun. I mean, Ritika and Ashish have experienced that all those crazy workout sessions we used to do during Impact Week session. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick taste of it. We might do something tomorrow morning as well. Let's see. Without wasting any more time, now no more.
I have a question. Why are you Rajnikant?
I love him. For me, he's God. I used to have this big poster of Rajnikant in my dorm room back when I was in university, and my roommate was a Romanian guy. And then when you open the door, I had this big poster of him, and he used to think, "Is that your dad?" And I was like, "Sure, that's my dad." So I'm a big fan of him. I've watched all his movies. Not only about the filmy stuff, he's as a very humble being, and it really inspires me in that way. So, right. Okay, now without wasting any more time, let me introduce you to Shanti. So, Shanti is actually a person who lives in Hyderabad, Gauma. You see basically her carrying के भन्छ त्यसलाई अब प्लास्टिकको त्यो पानी भर्ने जार हैन not only in India, you picture Nepalma पनि relate गर्न सकिन्छ. Even when we grew up, I don't know about you guys, I was actually carrying water from the धोबी धाराबाट घरसम्म जाँदाखेरि त्यो पानी बोकेर जाने, that was a normal thing. And if we talk about the village life, Shanti, we all, or many of us can actually relate to it. You know, we all can see this. So Shanti ko case ma ke bhayo bhane, he is living in this very rural part of Hyderabad, and she has been carrying like dirty water from pond that's nearby, and every day for a couple of like 5-10 minutes walk garera. She has been doing that for many years. And we know that the water is not drinkable. Water is not the most purest form. It's not healthy. But still, that has been the livelihood. You know, there is a foundation which is actually based on the same reason. Forgot the name of the foundation. You know, they used to provide clean, hygienic water to the people who were living in that surrounding. Ani 5 liter ko pani, let's say 20 rupiyaँमा भन्दै थियो. 20 रुपियाँमा चाहिँ हैन, you people in that locality were getting water. तर despite of marketing it so much and then putting into the market like राम्रो product लाएर, basically राम्रो service, pure drinking water लाएर राख्दाखेरि पनि, people like Shanti were never using it. They were always still going to the nearby pond, getting a dirty water and coming back home, carrying the water in the same way. Can you guys think or give an opinion, why do you think despite your company त्यहाँ हुँदा हुँदै उसैको झन् त्यो पानी लिन जानु भन्दा, अब let's just say त्यो घर देखाएको छौ नि तिमीहरूले, त्यो घरमै let's say त्यो फाउन्डेसन छ अनि त्यहीबाट उले त्यो सफा पानी लिन मिल्थ्यो, तर उले शान्तिले त्यहाँबाट पानी कहिले लिएन के? Can you guys tell me why? Can you think what could be the reason?
I think मेरो experience को कुरा share गर्छु. So I belong to नवलपरासी हैन, गाउँमा नै हुर्केको हो. So generally हामी entire humans we very resistant to change हैन, and especially गाउँमा जहाँ एकैचोटी धेरै changes देखिदैन नि त्यो, because that the slow development हुन्छ, धेरै corporate houses हुँदैन, industrialization हुँदैन, त्यो केसमा त झनै बढी हुने रहेछ कि त्यो resistant to change चाहिँ. So जहाँ जे follow गरिरहेको छ ठीक छ, हाम्रो older generationले यही follow गर्नुभयो भने trend चाहिँ मैले चाहिँ देखेको छु मेरो गाउँमा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि. We try to do so many things हुन्छ नि, even starting a small youth club को कुरा गर्दा पनि के, even the kids have already got that culture from their parents भनौँ हैन, आफ्नो सोसाइटीको मान्छेहरू. So one, I think that might be one reason, because they don't want to change, or they don't know what exactly happens after the change. कसैले बुझाउन सकेको छैन कि consequencesहरू हैन, त्यो picture देखेको छैन नि त, visualization. So maybe
Exactly. Okay. Any other points? Bubbles, what do you think?
Maybe because she was not able to trust those people. Okay, about like adding to what Phoebe had to say, she has been doing that for ages now, and maybe it's difficult for her to trust somebody who's all new and everything in that place. And why should I trust them? Why should I let them do things that we've been doing for years?
Okay, so it's a very interesting analysis. Like you guys will experience this evolve. Why we are talking about design thinking? Basically, the propositions that you guys, the assumptions that you brought in, will be so interesting when you know the reality. So actually, के हुँदो रहेछ भने त्यो फाउन्डेसन जुन जहाँ छ हैन, त्यो एरियामा पैसा तिरेर पानी लानु, it was like a status symbol. हैन, तिमीसँग पैसा छ अलिअलि हैन, लाइक त्यो 20 रुपैयाँ ठुलो कुरा थिएन त्यहाँ. तिमीले still you could go there अनि get the water, पैसा तिरेर खानी त्यो सक्ने मान्छे भइसकेका थिए. तर त्यो के थियो भने जसको घरमा गाडी थियो यताउता थियो, प्रब्लम के रहेछ भने त्यो ठाउँमा उनीहरूले जुन पानीको त्यो सर्भिस प्रोभाइड गर्थ्यो त्यो चाहिँ 5 लिटरको ठुलो जार्किनमा हुँदो रहेछ क्या. अनि 5 लिटर बाहेक सानो अमाउन्टमा बेच्दै नबेच्ने. सो अब शान्तिले के गरेछ त त्यहाँ, यहाँ हामी कि त यहाँ कम्बरमा यसरी गाग्री बोकेर हिँड्रा हुन्थ्यो नेपालमा, कि त यहाँ माथि यसरी बोकेर हिँडिरा हुन्थ्यो. तिम्रो 5 लिटरको त्यो ठुलो भाँडाको छ हैन, न यसरी बोक्न मिल्यो न यसरी बोक्न मिल्यो. सो टेक्निकली फर हर logistics was a major problem. She was simply not able to bring the stuff from the foundation back to her home. अब उसको husband उसले help गर्न सक्थ्यो होला तर ऊ he has to work in the city, he has to go like hours away for earning his daily wage. उसले help गर्न सकेन. अर्को कुरा तिम्रो उसले अब त्यो जार्किनेसमा हेर्दाखेरि maybe it's like कति 2-3 लिटरको होला let's say हैन. उसलाई त्यतिले 3-4 दिन पुग्थ्यो. अब उसले त्यो 5 लिटर त्यो फाउन्डेसनले के गर्थ्यो 5 लिटर भन्दा सानो युनिटमा बेच्दैन थियो. त्यो भइसक्यो त उसले एक्चुअली एक्स्ट्रा पैसा तिरेर त कामै छैन, right? So even if the foundation actually had a good intention, they really wanted, or they were actually providing good, healthy, hygienic water, still people were not using it because the way the atmosphere was there, the way the whole system atmosphere is there, that was simply not user-centric, right? So that's basically how it all comes down to कुनै पनि idea गर्दाखेरि how the challenges कस्तो तरिकाले आउँदो रहेछ भन्ने कुरा. यो तिमीले सोचेको थियौ, like before I told you, त्यो तिम्रो दिमागमा आथ्यो होला, like त्यो actually बोकेर कसरी लाने भन्ने कुरा. थिएन, right? So this is really what happens in very different kinds of situations, हैन? यो जहिले पनि हामी जे चाहन्छौं र राम्रो इन्टेन्सनमा काम गर्न खोज्दाखेरि पनि sometimes it simply does not work and the users simply do not accept because there are systemic challenges, हैन? So social challenges, it really drives into the social challenges, हैन? अनि social challenges हरु चाहिँ usually systemic challenges हरु हुन्छ. हामीले एउटा नजरियाले कुरा हेर्छौं तर त्यो नजरिया बाहेक रियालिटी धेरै कुरा फरक भएको हुन्छ, हैन? So you really need to go down into the background and bits and pieces of the story because the challenges are so complex. So you really cannot look from one perspective. When you look from one perspective, तिम्रो अहिलेको पर्सपेक्टिभमा हेर्दाखेरि maybe change was a driver, हैन? So basically thought change was a driver and would go over there and try to do a motivational speech on हैन यो गरे भने राम्रो होला यो गर, it would simply not work, हैन? Because the reality was completely different. So यसैको सन्दर्भमा when you are actually tackling systemic challenges and the way how they are complex, there has to be a whole different way, particularly the social challengeहरूलाई solve गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ we need to think in a completely different manner. And that basically brings us into the world of design thinking. So design thinking is nothing fancier than an approach to solve complex problem in a very creative way, focusing on what people need. So usually problem solve गर्दाखेरि एउटा त्यो तीनटा dimensions, 3 bubbles you see, okay, bubbles को कुरा आयो. We have business on one end, technology र human को कुरा आउँछ, हैन? And these are melting points, the sweet spot, that's where the innovation happens. So let's talk about technology. About the whole blockchain, big data, artificial intelligence, etauti nanabati कुरा सुनेको छ. Usually के हुन्छ भने, like recently I have मेरो earlier एउटा week एउटा company को CEO सँग meeting थियो अनि he was like, यो टेक्नोलोजी मैले एकदम सुनेको छु, ब्लकचेन को बारेमा एकदम सुनेको छु, बिटकोइन यताउता भनेको छ, it's going to change the world भनेको छ. I want to be part of this. Okay, so sometimes people start looking at, all right, there is an AI or there is a machine learning, there is this, and they start putting technology into a problem solving. Or you look in the other way. तिमीहरुलाई यानी e-commerce गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ बब्बाल मार्केट रहेछ नि, अब सस्तो दिदीले अस्ति भर्खर $1 million को इन्भेस्टमेन्ट पायो, अब म पनि एउटा एप सुरु गर्छु और म पनि एउटा e-commerce वेबसाइट सुरु गर्छु. अथवा म पोडकास्ट बनाउन थाल्छु, अनुप दाइहरु यस्तो फेमस भएको छ, पोडकास्ट बनाएर हैन मनी फेमस हुन्छ. अब लाइक बबल छ, सी इज अ थिएटर आर्टिस्ट, म पनि थिएटर आर्टिस्ट, यु लाइक यस्तो सेलिब्रिटी भएको छ, मलाई पनि अलिअलि टिकटकमा भिडियो बनाउन आउँछ, म पनि अब लाइक थिएटरमा जान्छु. त्यो वी लुक इन्टु एउटा तरिकाबाट जान्छ, अरूले जे गरिरहेको छ, what the norm in business is, we try entering from there. यो होल केसमा चाहिँ हामी एक्चुअली ह्युमनलाई नै बिर्सिन्छौँ क्या, what actually we need भन्ने कुरा नै बिर्सिन्छौँ. So that's what design thinking is really trying to do, bringing the business aspect of it, whether what you're trying to do is feasible and sensible or not, whether that is technologically viable, and whether that is something that the human actually need, whether that's human centric or not. जब यो तीनटा कुरा चाहिँ सम्मिश्रण हुन्छ नि, when it just comes together, the sweet spot is when innovation happens. So you do not need another Apple iPhone to create an innovation. There need not be another I don't know, rocket or naya Tesla चाहिँदैन. Even if you had just discovered a simple way how you could help that Shanti bring the water from that foundation to her home, that is simply an innovation, right? So innovation perspective, we really need to go outside the world of, we really do not need $1 billion or $1 million idea. Innovation is something that really serves the need of humans, that is viable by business, and that could possibly or not possibly be supported by technology, right? So that's where we are trying to do the innovation side, bringing these three aspects. That's what design thinking primarily focuses on. So design thinking को history को कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब earlier literature उसमा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ it dates back to like 1937 कि 34 मा चाहिँ first like as a quote or design thinking as a term चाहिँ use भएको भनेर भन्छ. तर अलिकति let's say common word मा चाहिँ यो जुन industrial revolution भयो नि, त्यति बेला जुन whole industrial design, तिम्रो designing the vehicle, designing factories and all, त्यति बेला तिम्रो whole industrial design बाट सुरु भयो, तर it was still not what it is today. यो कतिबाट भयो भने 1980s तिर स्ट्यानफोर्ड युनिभर्सिटीमा यो दुईटा मान्छेहरु देखिरहेको छ तिमीले यता, टिम ब्राउन र डेभिड केली, हैन? One of these guys, David Kelly चाहिँ, अब you guys all, how many of you have Mac? यतिकै raise hand गर्दा छ, हैन? So Apple computer ले जब first time mouse बनाए नि, हैन, they were actually the inventor of mouse as a computer device. So David guy, यो मान्छे यो तग्लु ब्रो चाहिँ यो सोल्टीलाई चाहिँ स्टिभ जब्सले त्यति बेला माउस बना भनेर भनेको थियो. So this guy was actually hired to design a mouse. And that's when they applied design thinking to design the mouse, what we see over here, the modern day. That was actually design thought. If you have seen the picture of mouse, I think I have on one of the slides, then evolving by why people actually needed, that's how they basically started. So these guys, there were one guy from Stanford and ID2 भन्ने company थियो हैन, in 1982 these guys came together and formed an innovation consultancy company called IDEO. It's currently one of the world's one of the most renowned company, and they basically brought the design thinking into the limelight and into what we are today. So early 2000 देखि चाहिँ it has really been used to tackle the traditional problems. So पहिला जसरी भने अब like mouse invent भएको त 1980s तिर आयो हैन, तब Steve Jobs asked these guys to do that. तिम्रो Procter and Gamble को त्यो stand वाला इलेक्ट्रिक हुन्छ नि, त्यो के रे toothbrush electric वाला, that was also design thought. All these things we came in the 1980s तिर, 1990s तिर. The early 2000 मा आइसकेपछि these guys started tackling other social challenges as well, healthcare ma, government ma, policy level ma, and that's how they really started bringing the user-centric design approach into solving local social community problems. And त्यसरी नै चाहिँ it really started becoming famous. They started D school भनेर हैन, D for the design school Stanford ma. And there was a guy, basically Hasso Plattner भन्ने चाहिँ SAP human company भने, he invested quite a big amount of money in creating an institution called Hasso-Plattner Institute of Design, which is also known as D School. Stanford Matha, and earlier in 2000, that was brought back to Germany, and Berlin Matha, D School Kulo branch. So Ritika might remember Alex Grotz, who was there during Impact Week. He was one of the, so he's a good friend of mine. I mean, he's very old, but a good friend of mine. He's been with the Impact Week movement, and he was the guy who basically brought, he was the managing director of IDEO, and he brought the D School into Germany, and Europe ma चाहिँ design thinking evolution चाहिँ, he really had a big hand on bringing this movement and then making it expand all over the world. So design thinking is basically idea आयो and Hasso Platter Institute Berlin र Stanford मिलेर चाहिँ and they really started solving problems and that's how it's now being, let's say, buzz of the town, where people are really using it for everything. I mean, there is always a thing when to use design thinking and when not to use design thinking भनेर कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने तिमीलाई एउटा प्रब्लम सल्भ गर्नु पर्छ ओके डिजाइन थिङ्किङ गरौँ न त भनेर भन्छ. And I've seen it so many times, like whenever I'm talking with executives of different companies, we want to get an idea or we want to just solve a problem. Right, Aman, 3 घण्टाको design thinking गर्दैन त भनेर पनि भन्छ. I mean, we are trying to do that with you guys, I know, as a design dash. But to solve a problem, you need much more sophisticated process, time, and methodology. So it's not used or can be used in all the circumstances. But it really, the bigger win behind design thinking is how you change your perception. We will go through that when we talk about the process. That will basically drive me to the next slide. Design thinking, as I said, there are 3 elements. There's people, place, and process. Let's talk about people. So design thinking beauty match. The reason why, I mean, here we have people who are like doing bachelor's gender studies पढेको छ, कसैले BBA गरेको छ, कोही engineer छ, कोही यता छ. Like in design thinking, it's always required to have a multidisciplinary team. When you just have doctors in a team, they will think like doctors. When you have just engineers in a team, they will think like engineers. When you have a psychologist or doctor, an engineer, and I don't know what, something computer scientist brought together in a team, the whole outcome is completely different. So the core thing when you are doing a design thinking session or a workshop is you really need to have a multidisciplinary team. And the second thing is it has to be a visual thinking. You know, to आफ्नो पेपरमा यतिकै बसेर नोट डाउन गरेर मलाई यो आइडिया आयो यसमा काम गर्ने तरिकाले हुँदैन. That's why we really use post-its. I mean, all of you guys might be familiar with it. So whenever you are doing design thinking, that's really like a right-hand tool of writing on post-its, making it visual. Every idea has to be visual. And you overload the place, we'll come to the place afterwards, with lots of visual ideas. And त्यसैलाई नै एउटा particular framework मा लगाइसकेपछि that's how you think. Third कुरा is time. You're not trying to save the world immediately in like a span of 3 hours or when you do a 3 or 4 days of design thinking. You know? We want to kickstart something. त्यही गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ time is always an issue. So time timer is something that's it's a right hand of a design thinking facilitator or a person who is doing design thinking. It is very time constrained and time pressure ekdam huncha. And it's really about bringing a diverse knowledge in a visual form in a condensed time. That's what happens during design thinking. The second thing is place. So again, now we are trying to do it virtually. The ideal wise, when we actually would be able to do it if we were not in a COVID situation, we would be in a place like this. Right, so this is a picture of that Space School of Design Thinking in Berlin. Just like when you see all over the glass, pura lights, grass, people of diverse background, pura area like comfortable space, time timer you have. So you really need to have a good space where you can leverage your creativity and think freely. That is also very important. When you have right people, and a right place, then you start doing the right process. So simple रूपमा design thinking लाई explain गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ यो double diamond भन्छ हैन. It's simply before jumping into a solution, you try to understand the problem first. So your double diamond मा सुरुमा like how you would go through is तिमी एउटा challenge solve गर्न खोज्यौ हैन. You start going big, like तिमी यसरी vertical के भन्छ diagonal मा गयो. You start exploring, you start understanding. The background, reality, start going down. When you identify a lot of scenarios, then you come back down into a narrow space. That's where the second time or the second triangle ends. To a point, you first start looking at a challenge, you went big, try to see, okay, what's actually happening in the world. You identify what is the reality, then you narrow it down to a level where you want to solve a problem. That's where, I mean, we call it synthesis. I'll come back to that later. You really, design thinking the नेपाललाई स्विजरल्यान्ड बनाउनलाई हैन हाम्रो ओलीबाले धेरै भन्छन् नेपाललाई यो त हुन त धेरै पहिलेदेखि नै हाम्रो के अरे भट्टराईवाले नै जमानामा बनाएको थियो क्या यो नेपाललाई स्विजरल्यान्ड बनाउने भनेर पोलिटिसियनहरूले भन्छन् हैन सिधै नेपाललाई स्विजरल्यान्ड बनाउने हो भनेर अथवा डोनाल्ड ट्रम्पले त मेक अमेरिका ग्रेट अगेन भनेर भनेको छ अब त्यो सोल्टीले एकैचोटी मेक अमेरिका ग्रेट अगेन एकैचोटी त गराउन मिल्दैन त्यसलाई ग्रेट गराउनको लागि त यु निड टु स्टार्ट समवेयर यो जुन तिमीहरूले बिचमा पोइन्ट देखेको छौ जब डायमन्ड मर्ज हुन्छ द्याट्स वेयर यु आइडेन्टिफाई अ पर्टिकुलर डोमेन वेयर यु वान्ट टु मेक इट ग्रेट अमेरिकालाई ग्रेट कसरी बनाउन सकिन्छ इम्प्रुभिङ अन हेल्थ केयर लेट्स से हेल्थ केयरलाई अफोर्डेबल बनायो भने अमेरिका ग्रेट हुन सक्छ इट्स वान कम्पोनेन्ट अब नेपाललाई स्विजरल्यान्ड कसरी बनाउन सकिन्छ त नेपालमा टुरिज्म त्यस्तो राम्रो छैन वी हेभ लट अफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेस त्यसैलाई लेट्स से काठमाडौँको सिम्पल तिम्रो युनेस्को वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज जस्तो छ त्यसैलाई राम्रो तरिकाले मेन्टेन गर्न सक्यो भने अथवा राम्रो तरिकाले त्यसलाई टुरिस्ट आएको छ उसले राम्रो एक्सपिरियन्स गर्न सक्यो भने द्याट्स हाउ यु स्टार्ट मेकिङ नेपाल लाइक स्विजरल्यान्ड हैन सो आइडेन्टिफाइङ अ भेरी निश वेयर यु वुड वान्ट टु स्टार्ट विथ सल्भिङ अ प्रब्लम तिमीले त्यो प्रब्लम आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यो देन यु स्टार्ट अगेन गोइङ ब्रोड द थर्ड ट्रायङ्गल सुरु हुन्छ वेन यु स्टार्ट क्रिएटिङ स्पेसमा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ you start ideating a huge amount of ideas 10 idea बनायो and then you come narrow down into one idea एकैचोटी 10 idea बनाउन मिल्दैन त्यही भएर के रे त्यो चाहिँ 10 सरी काम एकैचोटी गर्यो भने तिमी सफल कहिले हुँदैन भनेर भन्छ हैन so start thinking about a lot then pivot to something you get an idea then start implementing that build a prototype, go out there, test, and then improve. So that basically drives me to this particular process. So design thinking process, there are 6 steps. It's not a rocket science. It's not any sophisticated. It's very simple. You start understanding what's happening. You know, problem understanding. So try some. You go out there, observe what's actually happening. You know, jun Santi ko case ma थियो you know. You go out there, पहिला हामीले अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड गर्नलाई के गर्यौं त यु कुड जस्ट के भइराछ त प्रब्लम किन शान्ति काम के रे वर्क गर्न गइराको छ त किन राम्ररी पानी लिइराको छैन राम्रो पानी किन ल्याएको छैन तिमी चाहिँ अब्जर्भ गर्न जान्छौ त्यहाँ हेर्छौ के गरिराछ त उले किन त्यसरी बोकिराको छ त त्यसपछि तिमी न्यारो डाउन सिन्थेसिसमा के गर्छौ त ए शान्ति चाहिँ अब एउटा यो मान्छे छ जो चाहिँ दिनदिनै के अरे गागरी यसरी यहाँ बोकेर अथवा टाउकोमा राखेर पानी बोकेर आइरहेको छ उसको प्रब्लम चाहिँ यो छ अब त्यो प्रब्लमलाई चाहिँ कसरी सल्भ गर्ने भन्ने कुरा तिमीहरूले आइडेन्टिफाई गर्छौ सिन्थेसिसमा त्यसपछि आइडिएसनमा जान्छौ जहाँ चाहिँ स्टार्ट आइडिएटिङ अ लट त्यहाँबाट त्यो आइडियालाई डिफ्रेन्ट प्रोटोटाइपहरू बनाउँछौ टेस्टिङ गर्छौ सो यु सी त्यो एरोजहरू चाहिँ इट्स रियली मुभिङ फ्रम टेस्टिङबाट पनि यु सी इट कम्स टु प्रोटोटाइप र टेस्टिङबाट पनि सिन्थेसिसमा गएको छ कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने तिमीले एउटा आइडिया बनायो एउटा प्रोटोटाइप बनायो अनि nobody actually uses it or nobody actually loves it then you would eventually have to even go back into the synthesis phase or even understanding or observe phase यसमा के हुन्छ भने what you understood the problem actually was not really the problem because the user what you have developed is actually not using it at all so it's always a circular thing or a linear SRE process हुँदैन the waterfall process हुँदैन so while you're doing design thinking it might happen that you are in the testing phase and then you fail you completely realize whatever you have done so far is shit there is no value of it Tara, rather than investing hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars on building something if you were to do a design thinking and just do a very small prototype and then try and test it out timro problem solve huna saktyo cost saving huna saktyo you realize where actually the user value is you know so design thinking garda त्यो दुईटा अप्रोच भनेको हुन्छ research to design र design to research भन्छ research to design मा के हुन्छ भने this was what we did during the impact week Nepal last year your research to design framework of design thinking यहाँ चाहिँ you start exploring what's there, you start doing research, then you narrow down into solving a problem. Design to research ma ke huncha bhane, let's say you already have an idea, or you already have, let's say, a small prototype of something. You go out there in the market and then try to see whether the user is actually using it or not. You know, ani त्यसैलाई iteration gari gari चाहिँ you start enhancing and improving your particular prototype. So holistic रूपमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ there are two aspects of within design thinking. One is called empathy, the other is called build and test. So empathy ma ke huncha, you are basically understanding the problem. User आफूलाई चाहिँ you put yourself into the foot of a user. Is you, when I try to create a solution for bubbles, then my assumptions is going to be very different than what she wants. So when I want to create something for bubbles, I need to become bubbles. I need to think like her, right? So that's what basically empathy, building empathy is, what the user actually needs. And it's about to create also, then you start building something and you test and iterate. So understanding of Einstein, if I had an hour to solve a problem, then I would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and actually 5 minutes thinking about the solutions, which is exactly what Nepalese people do not do. Sorry, problem solve मसँग idea छ. हाम्रो नेपाल politicians छ त कुरै छैन, एकैचोटि यो problem आयो भोलिपल्टै तिम्रो गभर्नमेन्टसँग solution हुन्छ, हैन? So that's what we always, it's a human mind. It's not only Nepalese, it's all over the world. Sabeko nature त्यही छ. We start jumping into the solution before even evaluating the problem. So the biggest part of design thinking is you really need to spend your time, equal amount of time, in understanding what the user actually needs. Then the second part is creating. So that's coming back to your mouse story. That was the first mouse Apple created, right? The David Alley you see, ule banako first mouse, Steve Jobs le baneko थियो. So you see user ko evolving कसरी भयो, हैन? जस्तो user लाई value add गर्छ. अब पहिला हामी अब त्यति बेला यो scroll down को feature छ नि, अब यो mouse मा यो तलपट्टि यो, right? Scroll down को. अब यसको uses त बिस्तारै user को value add हुँदै गयो नि त. That's how you start understanding. He created the first mouse मा scroll को button त थिएन. Right click left click दुईटा click पनि थिएन, एउटा मात्रै click थियो, हैन? अब उले user को need चाहिँ evaluate गर्दै गयो अनि त्यसै गर्दाखेरि okay right click को पनि एउटा need छ, left click को पनि need छ, हैन? The need evolve गर्दै गयो, त्यही अनुसार तिमीले चाहिँ बिस्तारै addition गर्दै गयो. That's how basically every technological company and primarily Apple, you know, these guys have really used design thinking in the way how they idea. The another important thing is to fail. It's all about learning and iterating to create meaningful evaluation. It is very unlikely that the first solution that you create is already going to be the last solution, or it's going to basically solve the problem. That's not the case, you know. So it's always about you go there, try out something, fail early and fail often. You guys might have heard this quite often. So design thinking ko main foundation is you really want to go there and try out in a very tangible way, and you try to fail early. Try to see where the user needs actually are and pivot in that direction. Okay, so if you're not failing now and then, you will not do anything innovative. Okay, so if you just think through into your whole life or see the things around you, the companies that have succeeded, the company that are what they are today, they have failed in substantial manner. And if they have evolved from that, and they have innovated and brought their company to the next level. So your three fundamental aspects of understanding your user need, developing something and iterating, and then failing often. This is basically design thinking. So it's not so much sophisticated, rocket science captain is high. So to Alex Levante, everybody's a design thinker. All of you guys are actually a design thinker. Yeah, you just don't know it. त्यसैको कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ जुन त्यो अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङको फेसको कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ म तिमीलाई एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिन चाहन्छु. अनि डिजाइन थिङ्किङ मुभमेन्ट चाहिँ वर्ल्डमा यो लेभलमा एडप्टेड हुन र रियली इट मेक्स सेन्स भन्ने कुरामा चाहिँ आउनलाई चाहिँ नेपालको ठुलो हात छ. आई डोन्ट नो इफ यु गाइज एक्चुअली न्यू द्याट. इम्ब्रेस भन्ने, do you like, if does anybody have you heard about this company or this project? No? Okay. So Embrace चाहिँ के थियो भने, there were a bunch of guys 2008 तिर Stanford मा चाहिँ already when design thinking was the D school already थियो. They were part of one course, अनि design thinking course, and these guys had a task of creating a cheaper ventilator incubator. You know, incubator usually about the hypothermia bans, you know, like the line uses. The most dangerous day of a child's life is the day of their birth. The whole temperature above. I'm not a public health expert, health biology field. We all know that the whole bachcha janmincha त्यो stage एकदम नाजुक हुन्छ. अनि there were a lot of cases where the child has to be put into an incubator so that the temperature यताउति सबै कन्ट्रोल भएको हुनु पर्यो हैन. तर incubators are really expensive, हैन, thousands of dollars पर्छ. अब तिमी डेभलपिङ इकोनोमिकमा कुरा गर, अब नेपालकै सिम्पल कुरा गरे पनि महँगो छ नि, सबै हस्पिटलमा रुरल एरियाजमा त इन्क्युबेटर छैन. अब यो त्यति बेला त्यो डिजाइन थिङ्किङ गर्दा यो त्यो स्ट्यानफोर्डको त्यो क्लासमा चाहिँ के भयो भने, दिस गाइज ह्याड अ च्यालेन्ज, के अरे 99% cheaper. So if 100 euros is what it cost to create an incubator, just a random example, create an incubator for €1 बनाएछ कि $1 बनाएछ. So 99 times per person cheaper, 1% of the original price मा चाहिँ इन्क्युबेटर कसरी बनाउन सकिन्छ भनेर तिनीहरूले च्यालेन्जमा गयो. सुरुमा सोल्टीहरू के गर्न थाल्यो भने डेस्क रिसर्च गर्न थाल्यो. सब कम्प्युटर इन्जिनियर, प्रपर इन्जिनियरहरू के तिनीहरूले डिजाइन थिङ गर्दाखेरि पनि दे ब्रट पिपल, तर नन अफ देम वर एक्चुअली हेल्थ एक्सपर्ट. कोही ब्याचलर स्टुडेन्ट थियो, कोही इन्जिनियर्सहरू थियो हैन. सबजना बस्यो अनि डेस्क रिसर्च गर्न थाल्यो. अब कसरी चाहिँ त्यो इन्क्युबेटरलाई चाहिँ सस्तो बनाउन सकिन्छ भनेर. मेबी अब त्यो पार्टलाई अलिकति अर्को चेन्ज गरेर त्यसलाई सस्तोवाला पार्ट हाल्यो भने सस्तो हुन्छ कि भनेर सोच्न थाल्यो. अनि कसैले अब मेबी यो सेपलाई अलिकति सानो बनायो भने के हुन्छ कि भनेर सोच्न थाल्यो. सो लाइक एभ्रीवन एल्स दे बेसिकली स्टार्टेड थिङ्किङ फ्रम देयर पर्सपेक्टिभ. अनि तिनीहरू के गर्यो, तिनीहरू फन्ड पायो स्ट्यानफोर्डबाट, तिनीहरू नेपाल आयो. अनि पहिला काठमाडौँको 2-3वटा हस्पिटलमा गयो अनि यसो हेऱ्यो, होइन यहाँ त इन्क्युबेटर छ अनि युज पनि भइरहेको छैन त. अनि काठमाडौँको 2-3वटा हस्पिटल गयो. हुन त अब काठमाडौँ प्राइभेट हस्पिटल, मेबी मान्छेसँग पैसा छ, त्यो खासै प्रब्लम छैन होला भनेर रिमोट एरियामै गयो होइन. रिमोट एरियामा गर्दाखेरि पनि त्यहाँको जुन अञ्चल अस्पतालहरू हुन्छ नि, अञ्चल अस्पतालमा पनि डोनेसनबाट आएका इन्क्युबेटरहरू थियो कि, तर मान्छे छैन, बच्चै छैन इन्क्युबेटरमा. अनि सोच होइन इन्क्युबेटर पनि छ, हामीले त सोचेको थियौँ इन्क्युबेटर छैन, एकदम महँगो छ, त्यही भएर मान्छे के अरे त्यो इन्फ्यान्ट मोर्टालिटी एकदम हाई छ भनेर त्यसरी सोचिरहेको थियो. अनि उनीहरूले रियलाइज के गर्यो भने नेपालको त्यो भिलेजमा गयो अनि एक्चुअली दे स्टार्ट अब्जर्भिङ what's the real problem. Now I'll ask you this. What do you think might have been the real problem? Any guesses?
त्यो इन्क्युबेटर चलाउन स्किल थिएन कि?
हजुर के रे?
स्किल अलिकति.
ओके, valid point. अरु के आइडिया? No?
Maybe culturally, like, we can go. I'm just trying to assume that a lot of, like, culturally we don't use incubators. I was just saying, बच्चा ल्याउने बित्तिकै कि त अघि नाको छेउमा राखेर तताउने अथवा खाममा राख्ने, अथवा we had हाम्रै त्यही अब हजुरआमा टेक्निक्सहरु.
Those are very valid points हैन. तर यही कुरा त्यो स्ट्यानफोर्डको डिजाइन थिङ्किङ गाइहरूले नेपालबाट त्यहाँ बसेर सोचेको भए थाहा भए हाम्रो हजुरआमाको अघिनोमा के हुन्छ भने तिनीहरूलाई कहाँबाट थाहा छ हैन. गुगलमा गएर अघिनो टाइप गरेर कहाँ भेटाउँछ. त्यो ओलीबाले भन्थे नि गैँडे देखाएको छैन भने त्यस्तै हो. उनीहरूले त्यो त्यहाँबाट राइनो सोच्छ तर गैँडा भन्ने कुरो देखाएको छैन तिनीहरूले. त्यस्तै कुरा तिनीहरूको सिचुएसन के भएको रहेछ भने मेन प्रब्लम चाहिँ गाउँबाट जो मान्छे जहाँ प्रब्लम छ हैन त्यहाँबाट अञ्चल अस्पतालमा आउन्जेलसम्मको त्यो होल ड्युरेसनमा नै बच्चाहरू मर्छ क्या किनभने त्यो जुन टेम्परेचर कन्ट्रोल गर्नुपर्छ बच्चालाई मेन प्रब्लम नै गाउँको रिमोट लाइक 15-20 किलोमिटर टाढाबाट हिँडेर आउँदाखेरि नै अञ्चल अस्पतालसम्म आउन्जेलसम्म नै बच्चालाई त्यो सेन्सिटिभ टेम्परेचरमा राख्नलाई चाहिँ प्रब्लमै छैन के अरे लाइक सोलुसनै छैन सो इन्क्युबेटर बनाएर पनि काम छैन क्या त्यहाँ कि त गाउँ गाउँमा इन्क्युबेटर पुऱ्याउन पर्यो हैन त्यहाँ त्यो भइसकेपछि प्रब्लम के आउँछ त अब अघि कसले भने थियो चलाउने मान्छे चाहियो हैन नेपालमा अलरेडी डाक्टरहरूको कमी छ गाउँ गाउँमा गएर डाक्टरहरू आफै बसिरहेको छैन हैन त्यो केसमा त त्यो इन्क्युबेटर चलाउने मान्छे रिसोर्स चाहियो अब सिम्पल प्रब्लम हामीलाई के भयो त गाउँबाट त्यो बच्चालाई सेफ तरिकाले लिएर आउनलाई नै प्रब्लम देखियो नि त त्यसपछि चाहिँ त्यो सोल्टीहरू ब्याक टु स्ट्यान्डफोर्ड आयो अनि सोच्यो आर वी रियली सल्भिङ द राइट प्रब्लम हैन what's actually the user need so सुरुको युजर निड उनको एज्युम्सन के थियो त च्यालेन्ज के थियो दे वान्टेड टु बिल्ड अ चिपर इन्क्युबेटर अनि त्यसपछिको नेक्स्ट च्यालेन्ज के भयो त द्याट्स वेयर तिमीहरूले जुन त्यो अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ पछिको जुन त्यो सिन्थेसिस पोइन्टमा छ नि द्याट्स वेन दे केम अप विथ द पोइन्ट अफ भ्यू that actually we need to find a way how to actually help mothers in remote locations to keep their newborn babies safe. So that's how basically the pivot actually shifted to completely different dimension. अनि त्यही गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ सर्टीहरूले के गर्यो भनेदेखि चाहिँ they created यो इम्ब्रेस ब्याग के भन्छ यो लाइक स्लिपिङ ब्याग टाइपको एउटा ब्याग बनायो हैन अनि त्यो बच्चालाई चाहिँ जन्मिने बित्तिकै एकदम त्यो स्लिपिङ ब्यागमा जस्तै सानो उसमा र्याप गरेर you keep the baby over there and it provides you that warmth and it's very cheap हैन यसमा यस्तो देखिन्छ सो यो बच्चा जसरी थियो उलाई त्यो एम्ब्रेसको त्यो थर्मल पट जस्तो गरेर त्यसमा र्याप गरेर त्यसरी चाहिँ तिनीहरूले त्यो रिमोट लोकेसनबाट चाहिँ दे स्टार्टेड ब्रिङिङ द्याट टु द हस्पिटल हैन अब अगेन तिनीहरूले के गर्यो भने त्यो आइडिया चाहिँ प्रब्लम चाहिँ नेपालमा आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यो सोलुसन चाहिँ तिनीहरूले के गर्यो त इन्डियामा गएर टेस्ट गर्यो हैन अनि इट हेल्प्ड सल्भ अ लट अफ इन्फेन्ट मोर्टालिटी तर त्यो होल टेस्टिङ एन्ड इटरेसनको कुरा आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ अब तिमीहरूले एउटा कुरा रियलाइज गराछौ कि छैनौ प्रपरली लाइक मेरै एक्जाम्पल हो मलाई कहिले टाउको ज्वरो आयो के टाउको दुख्यो भने मेरो मामुले के भन्नुहुन्छ भने 2टा सिटामोल खाइदिया त्यहाँको औषधिले छुँदै छुँदैन भन्नुहुन्छ हैन नेपालको हाम्रो डोज एकदम बढी हुन्छ नि त यहाँ युजुअली धेरै मेडिसिनको डोज हुँदैन एउटा डोजले छुँदै छुँदैन अनि बढी डोज दिनुपर्छ भनेर भन्छ कि त हैन यो इन्डियामा चाहिँ के हुँदो रहेछ नि पर्सेप्सनमा चाहिँ त्यहाँ त्यो टिमकै एउटा सोल्टी थियो जो चाहिँ गयो हैन इन्डियामा उसको आफ्नो फ्यामिलीको प्लेसमा गएर अनि उनीहरूले त्यो प्रोजेक्ट त्यो प्रोटोटाइप देखायो क्या अनि उसले के को आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यो भने इन्डियामा चाहिँ के हुँदो रहेछ भने अब यहाँ 100 mg को छ भने चाहिँ 2टा क्याप्सुल डक्टरले 2टा क्याप्सुल खा भन्छ भने चाहिँ त्यहाँ चाहिँ हैन यो त्यत्रो धेरै चाहिँदैन एउटा भएपछि हुन्छ भनेर दे युज टु अन्डर use the prescription that was given to them के सो त्यो टेम्परेचरमा चाहिँ तिम्रो 35 डिग्रीजमा राख भनेर बच्चालाई भनेको छ भने चाहिँ तिनीहरूले हैन यो त धेरै बढी हुन्छ 30 डिग्रीमा राख्नुपर्छ भनेर चाहिँ त्यहाँको एक्चुअल युजरहरूले चाहिँ they were keeping the babies in that form. So the testing गर्दाखेरि realization यो भयो कि actually people how they use even the good valid product is completely different. त्यही कुरा उनीहरूले इटरेट गरेर के गर्यो भने पछि त्यहाँ एउटा लाइट जस्तो त्यो सेन्सर र त्यो सानो त्यो बल्ब हुन्छ नि त्यो when it is in a right temperature अनि त्यहाँ ग्रीन बत्ती बल्न थाल्यो के त्यो भइसकेपछि चाहिँ के भयो भने ओके नाउ इट इज पर्फेक्ट now you don't need to change anything unless the temperature is in this level you are actually not doing it right भन्ने कुरा रियलाइज गर्यो सो त्यसरी चाहिँ they iterated अनि कहाँबाट सुरु गरेको थियो यसरी सुरु गरेर यसरी प्रब्लम आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यो अगेन they started testing this way and then they have now found a solution. If you go to Embrace को वेबसाइटमा हैन ओबामासँगको फोटो नै छ तिनीहरुको one of the team. These guys are now they have I think 22 countries मा तिनीहरुले एक्सपान्ड गरिसक्यो हैन. The guys who wanted to be management consultants and all now they have an social enterprise, and then they are basically selling these Embrace thermopods and saving the lives of millions of kids in developing areas in the world. So now you see design thinking को power कति हुँदो रहेछ त है त्यही कुरा R&D को केसमा लाइक एउटा कोही इन्जिनियरलाई अथवा कसैलाई भनेको र एउटा $1 को इन्क्युबेटर बना भनेको भए त्यसले अर्को एउटा बनाइदिन्थ्यो तर त्यसको एक्चुअल निड र त्यो एक्चुअल प्रब्लम के थियो त्यो सल्भै हुँदो रहेछ नि त हैन So that's what the power of design thinking actually is, and why I'm so vocal, and why I really want you guys to think design-centric or user-centric. Right? अहिलेसम्म यो स्टोरीसम्म के क्वेसन छ? Was it interesting so far? Audio on गराउन म एक्लै मलाई लोन्ली फिल नगराउँदा यहाँ.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, real life example ले बुझ्न सजिलो भएको छ.
Exactly. So,
plus credible examples.
Good. So you guys think that design thinking is sensible, and
yeah.
Good. So now let's go back into some core principles when you're doing a design thinking. What actually matters. So there are some ground rules. You should always think customer centric. Assumption. You would have created the cheapest form of incubator, which would not do anything. So you need to think customer centric. When you are in a design thinking workshop, it's always one conversation at a time. The Arnab Goswami just talk soma rakhera 10 jana ekachoti bolyo bhane design thinking hudaina. Right? So when you're doing a design thinking, you listen always. त्यही भएर भगवानले दुईटा कान दिएको छ एउटा मुख दिएको छ नि त सुन पहिला अनि बोल. Listen, one conversation at a time. Always stay focused. Challenge ke ho? What are you really trying to solve? You should really keep that in mind. Fail early and often. I mean, your whole issue, I'm like, we have been taught how to handle success but not handle failure. You know, design thinking ko main kami fail fast and fail often. If you don't fail, you actually might have done something wrong. Okay? Success it's a very rare 1% out of 100% you actually come up with that. 99% you fail, and it's a great thing that you failed because then you learn from that. You need to be very visual. You really need to put your ideas, thoughts in sticky notes, put it much more visual. No judgment. Idea every idea counts. Just the stupid idea knows. All clear honesty. Even like अर्कोले भनिसकेपछि आइरन के अरे आइरन म्यानले नि मान्न पर्यो सुपर वुमनले नि मान्न पर्यो सबले मान्न पर्यो है एभ्री आइडिया इज भ्यालिड अनि त्यसै यो one conversation at a time to no judgment मा चाहिँ आउँछ. It really goes hand in hand. It should really be open. Bring your ideas forward. Then together as a team, you will come to what is right for the team. You will evaluate that. You will come through that. Crucial thing is always respect and support each other. It is very important. While you're doing design thinking, it's nobody is a boss, nobody is a leader, and nobody is a servant. You are all equal. You play equal. And even if you are solving a health challenge, if you are computer scientist, does not mean that you are anywhere near like inferior when you have a doctor in the same team as well. You all are equal. So respect and support each other. And when we will be doing an exercise today, please keep this in mind. Right? Any questions so far on anything that I've talked? No?
These slides are really nice. I'm like, you Milsa, like you could get these slides afterwards.
एक प्लेट मोमो खाउनु पर्छ काठमाडौँ आउँदाखेरि.
Sure. अब बन्द अलि राम्रो
No, definitely. I'll send you all the slides.
I have a question actually.
Oh, sure. Deadpool, I love it.
Okay, Rajnikant दाइ नै भनिदिन्छु ल म.
दाइ नभन मैले भने हैन सुरुमा. Bro हैन.
Rajnikant. You talked about something like धेरै कुरा एकैचोटी गर्दामा you've win at nothing. अब जस्तै मैले कोर्सहरु नि धेरै सुन्छु कि अनि a lot of people say कि you should do one thing at a time अनि multi हुन्छ नि धेरै काम एकैचोटि गरेर चाहिँ if you chase two rabbits at one same time you get none भन्ने त्यस्तो कुराहरू सुन्छ हैन but while after listening to doers and अनुदायहरूलाई देख्दा हैन अनि you see कि they are running so many company at the same time अनि त्यसले चाहिँ एउटा के रियलाइजेसन दिएको छ भने चाहिँ I think धेरै कुरा एकैचोटि गर्दा पनि हैन तपाईको सक्सेस चाहिँ हुने रहेछ जस्तो एउटा हुन्छ नि पर्सपेक्टिभ दिएको छ अनि वाट्स इट टेक अन दिस अनि तपाईको डिजाइन थिंकिङले चाहिँ यो कुरालाई कसरी पर्सिभ गर्छ
It's a very valid important and I am very vocal about त्यो के भन्छ के रे jack of all and master of none भन्छ नि I do not believe in this statement. I mean I can just talk about myself. I am a AV analytics consultant. I speak data science analytics in airlines. And I do design thinking. Those are completely different aspects. You know? And I'm equally doing fair amount of good work in both the aspects. म भन्दा अनुभव त सोल्टीहरुले कतिवटा कम्पनी एकैचोटि प्यारलली गरिरहेको छ तर you can really do that. तर मेन कुरा चाहिँ के भन्दा नि you should त्यो 10 तिर एकैचोटि सोच्दाखेरि पनि if you are able to let's say तिमीसँग दिनको 24 घण्टा छ नि हैन 24 घण्टामा तिमीले of course 7-8 घण्टा त सुत्नु पनि पर्यो रेस्ट पनि गर्नु पर्यो let's say you are working 8 hours a day 4 घण्टा एउटामा फोकस गर 4 घण्टा अर्कोमा फोकस गर तर 8 घण्टा 8वटा कुरामा फोकस नगर के किनभने you will never be able to put quality into everything. मैले आफैले रियलाइज गरेको छु के there was one point of time where I was doing so many different things अनि क्वालिटी केमा पनि राम्रो नआउने के then I stopped like even like मिटिङ्सहरुको कुरा गर्दाखेरि कतिवटा मिटिङ यता पनि बोलाएको छ यता पनि बोलाएको छ त्यो दिमाग एउटा काम गरिरहेको छ त्यसपछि अर्को मिटिङमा बोलायो अनि त्यसमा सुन्दाखेरि you really cannot focus and contribute 100% on something. त्यही भएर it's perfectly okay to do multiple aspects. You can always have multiple career path. हैन अलिकति राम्रो भयो म पनि मलाई एक्टिङ गर्न खूब रहर थियो के गर्ने न धेरै एक्टिङ गर्न आयो त्यो इन्ट्रेस्ट मात्र भएर भएन नि त हैन त्यो एउटा कुरा आयो तर if I were good at it I could actually become an actor, I could actually become a consultant and I can actually become a design thinking coach as well. हैन so invest your time thoroughly on that or you can actually do that okay त्यो master of one master के jack of all trades हुन सकिन्छ master of none नै it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Can we be can we be एउटा कुरामा मास्टर तर अब हुन्छ अरु कुरामा नै हात हाल्ने जस्तै
yeah sure yeah absolutely तर त्यही हो तिमीले बोल्दाखेरि हैन लाइक हाम्रो ओलिबाले एकैचोटी ओलिबा हैन ट्रम्प सोल्टीले अस्ति भन्यो नि टेस्टिङ बन्द गर्दियो भने कोरोना नै बढ्दैन भनेर भनेको थियो नि अस्ति न्यूजमा अब त्यो तरिकाले त भएन हैन you need to talk sensible when you're doing something है त्यही भएर लाइक त्यो सर्फेस लेभलमा एकैचोटी भयो भने तिमी इग्नोरेन्ट हुन्छ तर केही कुराको राम्रो आइडिया बनाएर अरु कुराहरुमा पनि हात हाल्दाखेरि it does not hurt.
Thank you so much.
I would like to add few things, right? Because can I add?
Hazur.
Okay, so I have seen few people who are very good at multitasking. जुन अघि हाम्रो डेडपुलले सोध्नु भएको छ नि हैन मैले देखेको चाहिँ दुईटा कुरा क्लोजली मेरो साथीहरु सर्कलको मान्छेमा चाहिँ so they have very systemic this priority list के that keeps changing हैन तपाई for example you have 4 companies you're teaching somewhere or I don't know अनि त्यो केसमा चाहिँ maybe every day or in every 1 month or every 6 month मा चाहिँ उहाँहरुको कस्तो मजाको त्यो प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट चेन्ज भइराख्छ के सबै कुरालाई एकैचोटी प्रायोरिटी नदिने रहेछ सो इट्स रियली नाइस हैन कसरी प्रायोरिटी राख्नुहुन्छ कति बेला कुन काम हेर्ने अर्को भनेको इट्स अबाउट ओनरशिप ट्रान्समिसन पनि जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई सो you are looking after so many things so you are the founders of so many things but still तपाई नै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने छैन त्यो सबै ह्यान्डल गर्नको लागि हाम्रो अझै पनि नेपालमा कस्तो केस छ भने आफ्नो जुनियर्स आफ्नो टिमलाई चाहिँ अझै पनि ओनरशिप दिदैन कि मेबी नेगोसिएसन टिम बिल्डिङ एक्सपान्सनमा चाहिँ आफै जानुपर्छ भन्ने छ सो आई थिंक ओनरशिप ट्रान्समिसनले पनि इट लेट्स यु फ्री बट स्टिल द टास्क एक्सपान्सन इज गोइङ अन.
Absolutely, this is so valuable. The last point तिमीले गर्यो त्यो the leadership को principle नै and it also goes into the whole concept of leadership.
True.
तिमी like तिमी एउटा billionaire हैन अब लाइक सिम्पल कुरा गर्दाखेरि इलोन मस्क नै सिम्पल कुरा गर्दिम न सोल्टीको स्पेस एक्स पनि बवाल भइरहेछ अनि अब टेस्ला पनि बवाल भइरहेछ अरू कति 10 ठाउँमा हात हालेछ हैन सबले राम्रो कसरी गरिरहेको छ त ही इज नट देयर डुइङ एभ्री सिंगल थिङ बाइ हिमसेल्फ डेलिगेसन अनि प्रायोरिटाइजेसन दिज आर द कोर एस्पेक्ट त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ युल बी एबल टु सक्सिड अन अल द स्टफ अनि सबै कुरा एक्लैले गर्न कहिले पनि ट्राई नगर क्या इज यु फेल द्याट हैन मैले त्यति बेला आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्स कुरा गर्दाखेरि इम्प्याक्ट विथ नेपाल लास्ट इयर गर्दाखेरि हैन लाइक आई वाज समवेयर इन द मिडल किनभने नेपाली पनि मै थिएँ यताबाट युरोपको लिड पनि मै थिएँ आई ह्याड लाइक यताको कुरा पनि आफैले ह्यान्डल गर्नु पर्ने थियो नेपालको कुरा पनि आफैले ह्यान्डल गर्नु पर्ने थियो आई ह्याड टु मेनी थिङ्स अन माई प्लेट एन्ड इट वाज स्ट्रेसिङ मी सो मच क्या आई वाज बर्निङ माइसेल्फ सो मच अनि त्यो कुरा रियलाइजेसन के भयो भने आई कुड इजिली डेलिगेट दिस थिङ्स इट्स नट द्याट पिपल आर नट इनकम्पिटेन्ट दे जस्ट निड टाइम यु जस्ट निड टाइम टु teach them to do something but if you delegate and then bring them to the same level you can actually run the show but take kura ahile this year we started Nepal versus COVID-19 gare haina I started that with couple of people ahile now it's happened in Kenya where I didn't have to do anything people came there took the same idea expanded Nigeria I had a bigger crowd Nigeria I went back again and I did that ahile अब South Africa ma planning गर्दैछ आज अहिले आफ्टरनुन मा जर्मनी मा सुरु हुँदैछ अब ब्राजिलमा सुरु हुँदैछ छिटै नै सो यु जस्ट डेलिगेट ह्याभ ट्रस्ट अन पिपल अनि डु इट एज अ टिम देन यु देयर इज नथिङ द्याट यु क्यानट सक्सिड एन्ड द्याट्स अल्सो वाट इट कम्स टु डिजाइन थिङ्किङ इज वेल एकजना बसेर डिजाइन थिङ्किङ हुँदैन यु विल ओन्ली बी थिङ्क डिजाइन थिङ्क हुँदैन राइट
Plus the third thing would be competition versus collaboration पनि अब collaboration पनि खोज्दै गर्यो भने चाहिँ I think अब कुनै अरू कम्पनीसँग B2B गरेर सर्भिसमै पनि बार्टर गर्यो भने अझ इजियर हुन सक्छ अनि एन्टायर लास्टमा कस्टमर सेन्ट्रिकमा चाहिँ कस्टमर इज ह्याप्पी काम पनि इजी भइरहेको छ
Absolutely. Exactly. Amazon को एउटा एक्जाम्पल कुरा गर्छु Amazonले रिसेन्टली युरोपमा त्यो लन्च गर्यो सर्भिस डेलिभरी पार्टनर भनेर सुरु गरेको छ जुन त्यो लास्ट माइल डेलिभरी भन्छ तिम्रो वेयरहाउसदेखि कस्टमरसम्मको होइन युजली एमाजोनले त्यो डिएचएललाई दिइरहेको थियो होइन ओर दे इभन स्टार्टेड एमाजोन लोजिस्टिक्स भन्ने अहिले चाहिँ के गरिदियो भने यु इफ यु हेभ सम मनी यु क्यान एक्चुली रेन्ट अ भ्यान यु क्यान बेसिकली टेक द ओनरसिप अफ द लास्ट माइल डेलिभरी बिजनेस के अन वान ह्यान्ड दे हेभ लेट पिपल टु बी पार्ट अफ द होल एमाजोन सप्लाई चेन एउटा नयाँ बिजनेस अपर्च्युनिटी पनि दियो अनि they can just do the same thing for you and उनीहरुले पनि पैसा कमाइराछ तिम्रो कस्टमर एक्सपिरियन्स पनि राम्रो भइराछ हैन I used to work at Amazon so I know how much design thinking they do हैन when they think it always goes back to the user center Jeff Bezos को meeting boardroom मा like हाम्रो के मेरो डाइरेक्टरले भन्थे त्यति बेला 10 जनाको मिटिङ के 10 जनाको मिटिङ कहिल्यै हुँदैन इट्स अलवेज के दुईटा पिज्जा सर्भ गर्ने जति दुईटा पिज्जा खान सक्ने जतिजना मान्छे छ नि त्यतिजना मात्रै त्यो टिम एउटा बोर्ड रुममा हुन्थ्यो क्या धेरै मान्छे कहिले पनि हुँदैन सो हाम्रो मिटिङ हुँदाखेरि पनि सधैँ त्यो टिमले भोक लाग्यो भने दुईटा पिज्जाले सबलाई अगाउने तरिकाले हुन्थ्यो क्या त्यति केसमा चाहिँ एउटा सिट चाहिँ खाली हुन्छ क्या एमाजोन बोर्ड रुममा एन्ड द्याट्स फर द कस्टमर विच इज एम्प्टी देयर इज नो कस्टमर तर एनी डिसिजन द्याट इज बिङ मेड एभ्री वान लुक्स एट द्याट एम्प्टी सिट बिकज द्याट्स वाट वी आर ट्राइङ टु सल्भ फर It's user-centric. Right? Okay. Golf गर्दा गर्दै जति पनि बोल्न सक्छु म हैन we need to get back into the actual exercise as well. One question, do you guys mind spending a bit more time today, like maybe half an hour more? Kiti मलाई भागिहाल्नु पर्ने छ
छैन No, not really.
Not really हैन ठीक छ we'll go into the challenge part. अब challenge part मा जाँदाखेरि चाहिँ what's going to happen is we're going to be working in teams you know so Zoom ko breakout room तिमीले कहिले युज गरेको छौ छ कसैले हैन so Zoom मा एउटा nice feature के हुन्छ भने you can create small mini teams so what we अहिले हामी कति जना छौं ब्रो है त मान्छे सुट गर्नु पर्यो
हेलो अमन ब्रो
हजुर
मेरो अघि एउटा क्वेशन थियो म ठ्याक्कै अफ भइहाल्यो कि यो
ए हजुर भन न रिस
यति त अघि तपाईले भन्नुभएको थियो जस्तै अब हाम्रो टिममा चाहिँ एउटा मल्टिडिसिप्लिनरी टिम हुनुपर्छ हैन डिफरेन्ट एस्पेक्टको मान्छेहरु हुनुपर्छ हैन तर फेरि अब मल्टी एक्सपेक्टको मान्छेहरू हुँदाखेरि प्रब्लम च्यालेन्जेस पनि त्यस्तै हुन्छ नि त उनीहरूको सबैको थिङ्किङहरू डिफ्रेन्ट हुनसक्छ होइन एउटा पोइन्टमा गएर त्यो मर्ज पनि हुँदैन नि त जस्तै मैले अहिले फेस गरेको एक्जाम्पलहरू चाहिँ म कम्प्युटर साइन्सको विद्यार्थी छु होइन मेरो साथीहरू कोही एग्रिकल्चर गर्दैछन् कोही अब अर्कै ठाउँमा त्यो बिबिए गरेको छन् होइन हामी जहिले पनि एउटा ठाउँमा गएर केही एउटा इनोभेटिभ थिङ्किङ गरौँ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब उनीहरूको पर्सपेक्टिभ अर्कै हुन्छ मेरो हल्का अर्कै हुन्छ होइन हामी एउटै ठाउँमा अलिक मर्ज हुन एकदम गाह्रो पर्छ क्या खास त्यो प्रब्लमहरू छ होइन तपाईँलाई पनि यस्तो भएको छ भने अब कसरी ट्याकल गर्नु भएको छ
त्यो
यही कुरा लाइक मलाई पनि अलिकति सोध्नु थियो लाइक किनभने सबैको पर्सनालिटी डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ नि त अब पर्सनालिटी क्ल्यास हुन्छ अनि डिजाइन थिङ्किङमा अब इफ समवन पुट्स फरवर्ड देयर आइडियाज अनि अब कसैले एप्रुभ गर्दैन लाइक किनभने त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि त क्ल्यास हुने लाइक अब सबैजना माइट नट एग्री विथ द्याट अनि त्यस्तो बेला चाहिँ हाउ डु यु लाइक ट्याकल विथ इट लाइक
सो it's a very valid question and that's what design thinking framework or process is for. The whole framework जसरी बनेको छ नि it really helps to solve those problems. If you are only working with people you know or who are like-minded अनि यति तिमी कोही एउटा कन्फ्लिक्ट मान्छे आएर उसको आइडिया चाहिँ तिम्रो आइडियामा कन्फ्लिक्ट हुन्छ भने remember that you are doing it wrong, right? So conflict हुनु भएर तिमी त्यसलाई सल्भ गर्न सकेनौ भने you are doing it wrong भन्ने कुरा बुझ के that's when you start need to do design thinking. So hopefully from exercise you get some idea हैन how you'll be able to tackle that. तर त्यो एउटा फ्रेमवर्क प्रोसेस गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ that's the beauty of design thinking is त्यो certain methodologyहरू अप्लाई गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ you are able to tackle this. You really need to overcome that. एउटा मात्रै प्योर अघि भने त्यो सिम्पल के अरे एम्ब्रेसको केसमा तिनीहरू प्योर इन्जिनियर मात्रै बसेर तिनीहरूले डिस्कस गर्न परेको भए तिनीहरूले अर्कै कुरा बनाउँथ्यो हैन दे रियली ह्याड डाइभर्स ब्याकग्राउन्ड अफ पिपल द्याट्स वाट यु निड वेन यु आर डुइङ अ डिजाइन थिङ्किङ अफकोर्स तिमी प्रोग्रामिङ एउटा सफ्टवेयर बनाइरहेको छौ आइडिया निकाल्नको लागि यु निड अ डाइभर्सिटी तर प्रोग्रामिङ गर्दाखेरि अब लाइक मलाई अब C++ आउँदैन मलाई टिममा राखेर त फाइदा भएन नि त फेरि हैन देयर आर certain things where you add value and certain things when you do not add value. But when it comes to ideating and thinking about problem or understanding the challenge, diversity is very important.
अनि यसमै अर्को एउटा क्वेशन पनि के जस्तै यो अब के रे हामी चाहिँ एउटा रङ टिममा छौं भन्ने चाहिँ डिजाइन थिंकिङले भन्छ कि भन्दैन ब्रो त्यस्तो चाहिँ वी आर इन द रङ टिम भन्नु चाहिँ
रङ टिम इन द सेन्स तिम्रो त्यो टिम डाइनामिक्सको कुरा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ
हजुर जस्तै अब अघि एकजना कोही आएर कन्फ्लिक्ट भयो भने अब त्यो मैले गरिरहेको चाहिँ रङ हुन सक्छ डिजाइन थिङ्किङले त्यसलाई ठिक बनाउँछ भन्नु हो नि त तर यस्तो कन्डिसन चाहिँ हुन सक्छ कि सक्दैन कि हामी नै रङ टिम म नै रङ टिममा गइरहेको छु त्यस्तो चाहिँ
एब्सोल्युटली त्यो हुन सक्छ कहिलेकाहीँ तिम्रो जस्तो कुनै पनि ठाउँमा हैन तिमीले एउटा नेचुरल हायरार्की सधैँ आउँछ नि त तिमी एउटा टिम सानो तिमीलाई टिम एक्सर्साइजै गर हैन तिमीलाई अब सबैले तिमीहरूले ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट गरेको छौ तिमीहरूको अन्डरग्रेड मास्टर्समा अनि प्रोफेसरले प्रेजेन्टेसन बनाउन भन्छ तिमीहरूले 10 वटा स्लाइड छ भने अनि तिमीहरू के अरे लाइक 9 वटा स्लाइड छ अनि तिमीहरू 3 जना छौ भने तिमीहरू 3 जनाले 3 वटा स्लाइड पक्कै पनि बनाउँदैन देयर इज अलवेज one person who is doing most of the work and the rest are an input parameter to it हैन त्यो natural hierarchy always happens everywhere you cannot change it and even design thinking does not say it's not allowed तर के हुन्छ भने तिमी त्यो ग्रुपमा गर्दाखेरि त्यो लिडर चाहिँ दुईटा भइदियो भने त्यो ग्रुपमा त्यति बेला कन्फ्लिक्ट आउँछ नि त हैन दुईटा त्यही भएर ओली र प्रचण्ड एउटै पार्टीमा भइसकेपछि त्यहाँबाट यसरी लड्न थाल्छ नि हैन दुईटा डोनाल्ड ट्रम्पलाई एउटै रुममा राखिदियो भने तिनीहरू एकअर्कालाई मारेर भ्याउँछन् तर एउटा मात्रै मान्छे भयो भने चाहिँ त्यो प्रब्लम अर्को तरिकाले सल्भ हुन्छ सो त्यो टिमको डाइनामिक्स नै कहिलेकाहीँ त्यो प्रब्लम आउँछ अनि देन यु रियलाइज द्याट मेबी यु आर नट इन द राइट टिम भनेर त्यो रियलाइजेसन चाहिँ हुन्छ र इट अलवेज डिपेन्ड्स अपन वेदर यु आर डुइङ तिमी अब एउटा बिजनेस खोलिरहेछौ कि क्लासको प्रोजेक्ट गरिरहेछौ होइन क्लासको प्रोजेक्ट गर्दाखेरि इभन इफ दिस पर्सन इज अ प्रब्लम that problem situation is already an experience for you that next time whenever I'm doing another group work how can I tackle that one huncha if you are putting a money into a business ani if these people are completely like this, then might not be the right collaboration partner भन्ने कुरा पनि realize गर्छु हैन त्यो personal bonding and personal understanding पनि always important even if when you're doing design thinking or not doing design thinking. Right? Okay. Now okay, I see there was a हजुर
सुन न किन यो डिजाइन थिंकिङमा चाहिँ नि हैन त्यो पिपल एनालिटिक्सहरु चाहिँ युज हुन्छ कि हुँदैन
it's a very valid point. Let's park this for tomorrow. I'll talk about how design thinking is used in real life, corporate life हरुमा अलिकति बढी कुरा गर्छौं भोलि कुरा गरौँ है त यदि put this, do not forget about this question. Okay. Okay. Now let me move back to the exercise. So today it might feel like this. If you don't feel like this, then you're doing something wrong. We're gonna go on a very intense time restraint or the time timer called the picture they have. It is gonna get you lost a bit or confused a bit. But that's the beauty of design thinking. You get lost and then you find your way and then you go to a particular path. So just be ready for, if you don't have this, then you're good. If you have this, then don't freak out. Right? Then today we're going to be working on Google Slides. So first thing, what I'm going to do is तिमीहरुलाई म यो च्याटमा भर्खर मैले लिंक पठाएको छु त्यो फोल्डर हेर त सबैले Google Drive को अनि give me a thumbs up or just say it loud when you're able to open it. Okay. Don't already go into individual files, see if you're able to open the folder or not. Do you see different PowerPoint files? Julio? Okay, Julio, go there. Bubbles, yes. Phoebe, did it work? Iron Woman?
Julio.
Okay. सबैलाई खुल्यो कसैको नखुलेको छ कोही Should I take silence as yes? Okay, I will do that. खुलेको छ. Okay, great. So हामी चाहिँ के गर्छौं भने so that might be a bit of a technological challenge हैन किनभने त्यो Zoom को breakout room गर्दाखेरि हल्का technical problem हुन सक्छ. So अब चाहिँ I think we are Anuj, are you there? Unmute.
Yes,
okay. So हामी कति जना छौं?
Total 16 हो हैन मैले चाहिँ 12 जनाको गर्ने कि अनि प्लस कुनैमा 4 वटा कुनैमा 3 वटा राख्ने कि भन्ने प्लान गरेको थिए.
Okay, that's perfect. So what's going to happen is तिमीले एउटा team decide गरेर अहिले I'll tell you when I'm explaining the teams about the challenge. You create the teams and then you let us know कि already बनाइसक्यो.
Team त बनाइसकेको थिए तर नामहरु चाहिँ सबै रिनेम छ
Okay. Okay, maybe we can you can just announce it out. So
okay, Ritika, Pranay, Sushant, one team. Team
okay,
A.
Ritika, Pranay, Sushant, they are team A. सम्झिराख है.
Anish, Ashish, okay, Ashish, Regina, Kailash, group 2. Okay.
So okay, group 2 भयो. अनि
Rishabh, Barsha, Suman.
Excuse me, group 2 को actually फेरि भन्दिनु न को को.
Okay.
Group chat मा लेख्देऊ त. Group chat मा लेख्देऊ त.
Sure, I'll type it this way. Confusion हुन्न.
Okay.
Group A.
Group chat मा है.
Okay, continue गर्दा हुन्छ म group chat मा लेख्दिन्छु नि यो कुरा.
ल okay. So उले तिमीलाई team ABC भनेर भनेको छ. So जो team A छ, team A चाहिँ त्यही अब त्यो ड्राइभमा गएर हेर्दाखेरि एउटा टिम ए भनेर फाइल छ है त्यही टिम बी मा जो छ त्यो टिमले चाहिँ टिम बी को फाइल ओपन गर्छ अनि टिम सी ले चाहिँ टिम सी को फाइल ओपन गर्छ. So you guys will be working on that Google sheet collaboratively live ma. Okay, you have Britika, Pranay, Sushant. Okay, he's going to keep on typing. Hey, सबै everyone ma पोस्ट गर्दा थियो मलाई मात्रै पोस्ट नगर्दा I will gonna post it for everyone. So group A मा Ritika, Pranay, Prayana or Susan. Honest the सबकोमा पोस्ट गर है everyone मा पोस्ट गर. Okay. So let's going into the challenge. So challenge को लागि रेडी हो तिम्रो? एउटा फन एक्सरसाइज छ.
Yes.
So situation के छ भने तिमीहरुबाट मलाई एउटा फेभर चाहिरहेछ. So I'm going to make you guys do a work for me. I want you guys to give me some idea on how I can experience a design on taking one of my crush on a date when I come to Nepal sometime soon. So I need you guys to redesign the experience of taking, now it's user-centric. I've just gave you guys as a task, but now you guys are in a team. So now you need to redesign an experience of taking your crush. Meaning, I mean, your crush, there is going to be a user. I will talk about that, who the user will be. So now for this particular user, you guys need to redesign the experience of taking the person on a romantic date using design thinking. Yeah.
Any criteria for the date, like a virtual date? Okay, it's an
physical. It's a physical date.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I put. I mean, of course, COVID ko bela ma situation farak nahi huntyo. Tara, you know what? I think Corona ko time se virtual date nahi garam na. I don't think anybody has ever thought of it. Let's design or redesign a romantic date virtually. Kosto huncha.
Okay.
Right? Let's keep that as an exercise using design thinking. So group A, B, C, D. सबैलाई आफ्नो group थाहा भयो? Yeah? Good? Okay. So what's going to happen is you guys will be pushed towards breakout room. Honestly, breakout room ma ke bhन्छ तिमीलाई लिएर जान्छ. And you guys just have to join that, and you guys will be working on that together. So first thing what you need to do is don't open this on a Google Sheet immediately, just keep it ready. So I want you guys to just quickly introduce each other. And you have 4 to 5 minutes where on that Google Sheet, you guys need to put your picture and then your favorite actor, actress. Or I mean, here I'm a superhero ko kaam gar raha the, superhero ko name gar raha the. Ab chahi isma you guys need to work with your favorite actor, actress or picture rahera. Just try to bond within your team. Try to understand who your team is. Right? You will have around 5 minutes. 5 minutes machi now. Honors is the ready?
Actually, मलाई चाहिँ नामहरु चाहिँ कन्फ्युज भइरा छ. सबको नाम चेन्ज गर्दिनु ओरिजिनल नेममा.
Okay, सबैले आफ्नो ओरिजिनल नाममा रिनेम गर त. I think Wonder Woman changed back to normal. Aru ta I think it's back to normal. Phoebe as well. Versa is back. Okay.
Bro, actually tax फेरि repeat गर्दिनु actually.
Task, okay. I mean, it'll come. So challenge matrai कुरा. Challenge चाहिँ you're redesigning a experience of taking your crush, or there will be a user, right? First, on a virtual romantic date. Okay. Ani first task is it's a team building exercise now. You will be taken into a Zoom breakout room. 5 minute time हुन्छ तिमीहरुसँग. अनि the 5 minutes सकिने बित्तिकै you will again come back to the bigger crowd over here. Breakout room मा चाहिँ you will be in your small team. त्यति बेला चाहिँ when you I will not be there in the call with you, right? So you guys will be there alone. Just open the Google Sheet of your team, group A, B, C, D जुन छ. त्यो Google Drive मा जुन file छ, open that of your particular team. अनि यो slide जुन छ, introduce yourself immediately and then try to put your team member, favorite actor, actress को pictureहरु चाहिँ राखेर just try to introduce and get to know each other. Right?
Like favorite actor, actress ki हामीले opposite. Suppose if I'm a girl, I have to post a picture of her actor or actress?
It doesn't matter. If you really love Deepika Padukone, like me, please put that. It really doesn't have to be anything. So, Anuj, are we somehow ready?
I think ready, but group 1 मा जम्मा 2 जना मात्र हुनुभयो कि एक जनाले को नाम मैले नभेटे. सुशान्त, is there Sushant already? सुशान्तै छैन कि यहाँ अहिले, अघि थियो अब.
सुशान्त गायब भएको.
ओके, कि म
अर्को के उ छ नि त यहाँ के रे अशोक के त ग्रुप टिममा 4 जना देखे मैले.
ओके, ग्रुप एक जनालाई एक्सेस गरिदिन्छु म, अस्मितालाई चाहिँ ग्रुप 1 मा राख्नु ल.
हैन, फेरि त्यो ग्रुपमा राहुल, सन्देश अनि अशोक 3 टा केटाहरु मात्रै हुन्छ. You need to have diversity in the team.
कति जना बाँकी छ अब?
हामी 1 2 3
राहुल ओके, राहुल हो नि भयो. ओके, गट इट. एउटा ग्रुपमा 4 जना, अरुमा 3 जना, ठिकै छ.
ओके, सो कुन चेन्ज भयो त?
अहिले ग्रुप 1 मा चाहिँ हामीले राहुललाई राख्यौं. राहुल, रितिका, प्रणय ग्रुप 1 मा. सुशान्त चाहिँ भेटिन कि अघि नै थियो, अहिले गायब भयो.
ओके ओके, ग्रेट. सो यु गाइज नो whom your team members are, है त? सो अब त्यो टिमवर्क के हुन्छ भने
कति मिनेटको राख्नु मैले?
5 मिनेटको राख. So 5 मिनेटमा चाहिँ you guys need to go back into your teams or mini breakoutमा, join it, and you work on the Google Drive, and you come back after. That automatically timer हुन्छ, and you come back. Right? Any questions? No, right? Okay, so breakoutमा you will get a notification. त्यहाँ pop-up आउँछ, join breakout room ABC कति भनेर. एकछिनमा आउँछ.
यही Zoom आउने?
यही Zoom मै हुन्छ. Like you will just get a notification, pop-up आउँछ त्यहाँ. You're like yes, join breakout room गर. It should be there shortly.
अनि also त्यो Google Sheets मा कि like individually idea put गर्ने हो कि as a team?
You guys will be in a team, अनि तिम्रो त्यही Google एकैचोटी काम गर्न मिल्छ नि त त्यसमा.
Okay.
You'll be able to work that multiple on one slide only.
Okay, shall I start this way?
Yes. Please do.
Okay.
It's a trial phase, so we will just keep on learning.
Okay, I have started.
Were you guys able to work?
Yeah, we did the second slide. Favorite actor. Insert the.
Okay, कोहीले त third slide पनि काम गर्न थाले कि, त्यही भएर म त कन्फ्युज भयो कि भनेर.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm just looking at all the things that you guys did. तिम्रो कुन टिम थियो? B?
Yeah, B.
Okay, Kailas, Resinara. So, Sabjan,
Oh my God.
How was your first team building exercise?
It was good.
We were in a really confusion.
तिम्रो slide 2 भन्दा अरु तलमा जानु. Sorry, I didn't mention that properly. म जुन स्लाइडमा भन्छु त्यो स्लाइडमा मात्रै काम गर है. Don't try to do all the things at the same time. अनि I think रणवीर सिंहको पुरा यत्रो ठुलो फोटो नै हाल्दै थियो जैनीले.
अनुज दाइ मेरोबाट निकाल्दिनु भयो नि ग्रुप.
हजुर,
मेरोमा एडिट गर्न मिलेन के.
ए ओके.
Okay. के भयो सिचुएसन?
So team like okay.
So did at least some teams or did all the teams had their people? एकअर्कासँग परिचय भयो?
Yeah.
Okay. That was an exercise on how to use Google Sheet for you guys, हैन? तिम्रो रगेर म quickly screen share गर्छु so that here. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Cause कुन चाहिँ टिम थियो यो? कृति सेनन कसको फेभरेट हो?
मेरो फेभरेट.
Right, मेरो पनि फेभरेट हो. So यसरी नै like you're supposed to put pictures. अनि अब यहाँ चाहिँ के छ भने you will see text box over here, हैन? Text box use गरेर you can write text. or you can just put shapes and stuff like that. Or PowerPoint मैले सबैले use गरेकै छु. It's not so different than PowerPoint. So anyways, the first exercise, I need to show another slide to you guys now. Hold on, right? You have coordination गर्दाखेरि time लाग्छ. Okay, understand यो देख्यौ तिमीले slide?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So अबको next part, अहिले त अहिलेसम्म हामी टिम बिल्डिङमा थियौँ हैन. अब चाहिँ के गर्न पर्यो भने तिमीहरुलाई च्यालेन्ज दिएको छम. च्यालेन्ज के छ त? एउटा युजरको लागि हैन. अहिले त लाइक म भनेको छु मैले तिमीहरुलाई, तर there's going to be a user हैन. त्यो युजर लाइक चाहिँ you need to understand उसले अब भर्चुअली उसको क्रसलाई चाहिँ डेटमा लान खोजिरहेछ, रोमान्टिक डेटलाई लान खोजिरहेछ. Now before start jumping into the user's perspective, try to understand अहिलेको सिचुएसन के छ त. Dive into the topic. And understanding मा तिमी के गर्छौ, you try to develop a basic background knowledge. हैन, अनि के right question हुन सक्छ त, what should you start thinking about भने त्यसमा गर्दा हुन्छ. स्टेटस को के छ हैन. अहिले त अब बेसिकली कोरोनाको सिचुएसन छ. तिम्रो लाइक फेसबुकमा कल गर्दा गर्दै फेसबुक के you cannot really touch the person हैन, or you really cannot like गालास त्यस्तो गर्न नि मिल्दैन, or नाक त्यस्तो थेप्चो गराइदिन मिल्दैन हैन. कपाल रिसाइन कपाल लुस्न पनि मिल्दैन. सो हैन, त्यो एक्सपिरियन्स छैन नि त. What's the status quo now? के मिसिङ छ त अहिलेको सिचुएसनमा. सो अनि अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ लाइक तिमी बेसिकली ट्राई टु अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड व्हाट्स देयर अनि मेक देमसेल्फ भिजिबल के. सो whatever you guys feel in terms of your experience about the particular situation. Right? We are not in the foot of a user yet. We are now still understanding the situation. एकअर्कासँग कुरा गर्न सक्छौ तिमीहरु हैन टिममा. So now you will be working on this slide. Okay? Slide 2, slide 3. यसमा चाहिँ अब तिमीले आफ्नो फेभरेट एक्टर एक्ट्रेस को फोटो राखौ so that you know who is writing where. अनि तीनटा bullet points छ. So what you guys gonna do is tinta way how you guys connect to the topic. What do you feel about the virtual going on a date? What's the ke missing cha ta? Ke problem ke cha ta? Situation ke cha ta? From your perspective. You evaluate kara. Right? Does it make sense? Any questions on this?
How do you connect to this topic, as in how can you relate to it, or how do you connect as in the idea ways or something, idea wise?
Solution idea ma aile timi najaau. Timi still understanding about problem ke cha, like when let's say you're designing a romantic date for someone, now on your perspective situation ke cha ta, you really cannot touch the person. हैन, जे देखेछ भिजुअलमा मात्रै गराछ. द लिस्ट यु क्यान व्हाट्स एक्जिस्टिङ देयर. अब तिमी फेसबुकमा भिडियो कल गराछ, त्यो बाहेक केही पनि छैन अरु एक्सपिरियन्स छैन नि. बस्यो घण्टौसम्म गफ गरे ब्याट्री सकिन्छ नि, गयो. द्याट्स बेसिकली बिन अ रोमान्टिक डेट अहिलेको कुरामा हैन. सो तिमीहरुको आफ्नो पर्सपेक्टिभमा चाहिँ व्हाट आर यु मिसिङ, व्हाट आर यु एक्सपिरियन्सिङ इफ यु आर टकिङ टु योर लभड वन्स हैन, इफ यु आर टकिङ टु योर क्रश or anybody, or it might be even with your friend, ke kura missing cha ta, like you just trying to understand, or even missing matra हैन, problem ko kura pani आउन सक्छ हैन. मसँग डेटा छैन रे, that's also a problem हैन. मोबाइल डेटा छैन, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को प्रब्लम छ. अनि like my crush is in a remote part of Nepal जहाँ चाहिँ पावर कट भइरा हुन्छ अथवा internet ko problem cha, you really cannot have a romantic date. So how you experience this situation in your perspective, that's what you guys are gonna do it. Does it make sense, Bubbles? Okay. Okay, you guys will evolve. एकअर्कासँग कुरा गर्दै आफ्नो पोइन्टहरुमा लेख्दै गर अनि we will share and feedback on this हैन. Now what we gonna do is 5 मिनेटको टाइम दिन्छु तिमीहरुलाई फेरि. Maybe make it almost make it 6 किनभने जाना आउँदा 1 मिनेटको हल्का
Okay, sure.
So open this screen on your तिम्रो Google Sheet मा, make it ready. and go into your teams and quickly talk and then start writing how you understand or how you relate to this particular situation. Right? Okay, then see you guys back in 5 minutes. Anush, please do the magic. So, how was it?
Interesting.
Understanding Garuda? I was just looking at pointer. Was in a long distance relationship for 2 years. Nothing takes away helplessness, not about being able to meet person. Yeah, so I would want to ask you guys, how did you approach this? What was your thoughts, or what did you put into that? Maybe anybody wants to share their experience.
Experience
About how you actually filled this slide. Okay? What went into your mind and what were you trying to, what's the logic behind, not let's say the content of it, but why did you put it in the way how you put it?
Because अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा I think it is relatable, like talking to your friends. Also, क्रसैसँग नभए पनि talking to friends who are not necessarily बाहिर मात्रको friends हैन, यही country भित्रै भएको friendsहरुसँग पनि कुरा गर्दा, virtually connect गर्दा, all these problems have been like relatable. So मैले चाहिँ गरेको हो.
अनि अरु like did you guys put some any challenges or what you experience now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I say. Technical problems. Arkumali kata dekha thya, her parents are strict भनेर. This is really good. Yeah. So this is what understanding is, right? So you are looking at virtual dating from your perspective at the moment. And तिम्रो आफ्नो evaluation मा चाहिँ अहिले problem के छ त, what you are experiencing, what you would have wanted. We are not in the solution. अहिले नै it would be great if I can have a hologram where I can see her right in front of me. That's not what we want now. We're still in understanding what's the pain point. How are you able to relate to this? What's actually happening? You know, त्यो कुराहरु चाहिँ we are trying to formulate on this, on the understand part. Let me quickly share my screen. Hold on. Okay. Cool. Are you guys able to see my screen, Abba?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So, अब चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ भने, now ideally I'm gonna all let you be in a team again. You will again go back for a couple of minutes. यति बेला चाहिँ now you at the moment thought from your perspective. You understood the situation, right? Now you want to ask questions. You want to go and observe. Okay? Before going into observation, that's the second step of design thinking. You are preparing the questions. What do you want to ask to the particular user, right? So it should not be writing, "Tero girlfriend cha?" Yes, no, China. Online dating garna man lagcha? Yes, no, China. Not in that way. Of course, you would have to start with, okay, you have a crush on someone or something like that. Yes, no, usko perspective change huncha. Tara, what's the real problem? And it's already like going into deep. Ask open questions. Okay, I know. It's like, how was the last time? When was the last time you spoke to your crush, or you took them on a physical date? There's something from your physical date which really worked out that could actually be relatable in a virtual date. You know, could there be something interesting that you could do? You know, ask about emotions. Ask about how they feel. So we need to now ask the user. Really go deep down into. I mean, you're preparing the questions, and I guess it's not. You guys are writing individual questions together in a team. Again, example or you just write it on the same sheet and prepare questions sheet, just create a text pad over here. And keep it over here. Put down all your questions that you would want to ask the particular person who is going to be in your interviewee. Okay? Interview we will have one person from each team join the other team. I mean, that's going to happen on the other round. Let's say we will put Suman Lai, if he's in team B, I don't know, I'm just giving an example, he will go to team C. And the people in team C are going to ask the question to him. In same way, team C को एकजना team B मा जान्छ अनि team B को बाँकीले चाहिँ त्यो जुन मान्छे आएको छ उसलाई त्यो question सोध्छ. So the actual user is going to be 3 people who are going to shuffle around. And you guys will have to start or basically do the design thinking to create a solution for that particular user, right? Does it make sense, Oile? So what you guys have to do as a prepare one. So again, open-ended questions, no yes or no. And ask them about, like, think about what would help you to get clear idea on the particular challenge or what the problem the user is facing. Right?
Okay, and specifically 80 questions bhanera cha ki
छैन. Of course, you guys will just have like 5-6 minutes the time. If a 20 question banaera bhayena, you can make it smaller one, but a tangible one. Okay? Yeah. Good. Okay.
Just a question, Ali. This is very personal, correct? So there could be some hesitation. So how do we deal with that?
It's a very interesting
question. I am not gonna openly talk about my crush, or
you don't need to tell that you have a crush on this particular person. There is a person, let's say let that be X, and you like that particular person, and you just begin. I mean, we are not creating a real, we are. It's like acting. You are acting, but trying to do an innovation while being an actor. Maybe you do not have a crush on anybody. If you're Salman Khan, you just love yourself only. So you might be Ranveer Kapoor as well, and the experience is going to be different, right? So just try to be open. I mean, that's what I said on the email as well. You really need to be open while you are doing design thinking. Reserve, team member. So just be open, be fun. It could be anything. I mean, we are not creating a solution or, like, let's say, an app or anything. Real life example. We are experiencing design thinking. That's what we are doing. So open up in a way that it will help you experience design thinking, not only for yourself as well as for the others. Okay. Okay. I'll be interesting to listen the experience after what comes out. I mean, earlier the question matre banaउने ho. Earlier you guys will be in your team and then just prepare questions. तर जब interview हुन्छ त्यसपछि चाहिँ रमाइलो हुन्छ. Okay.
Okay. Group 2 मा चाहिँ अहिले 2 जना मात्र हुनुहुन्छ है. कैलाश जी चाहिँ अहिले हुनुहुन्न. त्यो चाहिँ इन्फर्म गर्दिनु भनेर.
के भयो? कैलाश हरायो?
कता हराएछ?
त्यसपछि उ गर नि त.
सबैमा 3G छ. अस्मिता पनि हराएछ.
हाम्रो त्यो अर्को ग्रुप बिमा भएको अर्को आशिषको पनि खुलिरहेको थिएन अघि.
सबको चार्जहरु यताउति सब प्रब्लम आएर जस्तो लागिरहेको. भन धेरै भइसक्यो नि.
Can we make sure like अहिले कति जना छौं हामी? 1 2 3 4
10 जना जति 10 जना होला.
8 11 10 11. So अघिको टिम जुन के रे अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ थियो, like do we have the right team? छ कि छैन, के छ सिचुएसन?
सेम छ. 2 जना मात्र गायब भयो. ग्रुप सी बाट अस्मिता छैन, 4 जना थियो त्यो ग्रुपमा. अनि ग्रुप बी मा चाहिँ 3 जना थियो. अहिले चाहिँ कैलाश चाहिँ छैन, त्यो भएर 2 जना मात्र छ.
Okay, this way one of us has to be the user, so you can just put me as a user into the team.
Okay, sure.
Team B.
Team B मा चाहिँ म राख्दिन्छु नि.
तर अहिले हैन, अहिले त 2 जनाले मात्रै काम गर्छ. त्यो observation phase मा गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यसपछिको after round मा. अहिले चाहिँ we stick to the same team. And go out there, talk what kind of questions you would want to prepare. Right? It's going to be of 3 minutes. Okay? Intense, right on the Google sheet. Okay, so question banayo तिमीहरुले?
Question banayo, we were in the middle of writing the last question on this.
Okay, त्यो गफ गर्दा गर्दै मैले गर्दा हुन्छ. अनुज त्यहाँ कोही छ टिममा? हेर त viewfinders को, because if that's the case, then we can actually be a user. We can be an interviewee for them. Okay? Anas?
Sir. नै म एक्लै छु यो पार्टमा चाहिँ सब बिजी छ आज
इन्टरभ्यु पनि अहिले हुने हो
हजुर हजुर
इन्टरभ्यु अहिले हुन्छ कि
अब इन्टरभ्यु लिन तिमीले क्वेशन बनायो नि त हैन अब नाउ व्हाट्स गोना ह्यापन इज let me share you guys a screen you understand what we are trying to do no not this one can you see your slide empty one slide ki Google sheet हेरेर छ तिमीले के देखियो do you see PowerPoint or Google sheet
Google sheet
Google sheet हो यो Google sheet
okay रुक त्यसमा PowerPoint
Google Slider
Google slide okay now PowerPoint right okay
yes
so अब चाहिँ कुरा के आउँछ भने क्वेशन बनायो हैन now you will get one person as I said before I will join one of the team and we will just shuffle one person from one team then you guys need to ask the questions that you have prepared to the user to the interviewee right so the whole solution design that you're going to make is for that particular person अब यसलाई के भन्छ observe so when you are doing an observation it's all about collecting outside perspective why is it so important मैले भनिराख्नु पर्दैन त्यो एम्ब्रेस वाला मान्छेहरु नेपाल गएर के रियलाइज गर्ने भन्ने कुरा तिमीले बुझिसकेका छौ हैन that's exactly what's the situation because now when you go into observe and you collect outside perspective then you actually know what the problem is what this user is actually experiencing so you're able to develop an emotional connection with the user with the problem that he's facing find inspiration try to create reality के तिम्रो आफ्नो assumption भन्दा पनि what's the actual reality अनि try to gain an empathy so it's really like when you're developing a solution for someone really need to put yourself into the particular shoes of that particular person so your goal is to develop that empathy right so you need to see what's real and what's not ideal right यो Instagram or picture ma khatra देख्छन् तर that's not what we want to look we want to see what's actually the overall situation हैन so keep this in mind ani yeah so what you're going to do now Anuj
yep
so we need to move मलाई चाहिँ say कुनको अहिले सबै टिममा 3 जना छौ कि के छ
ग्रुप बी मा 2 जना मात्र हो
ग्रुप बी मा 2 जना छ हैन ओके अनि ग्रुप ए मा 3 जना छ ग्रुप डी सी मा 3 जना छ
3 जना छ
राइट सो मलाई ग्रुप बी मा राख
ओके
अनि ग्रुप ए मा को छ
प्रणय राहुल ऋतिका
ओके सो प्रणय you go to group C प्रणयलाई ग्रुप सी मा राख अनि ग्रुप सी मा को थियो
ग्रुप सी मा वर्षा ऋषभ सुमन ऋषभ
वर्षा ऋषभ र सुमन सो वेट वर्षा त्यहाँ छ ऋषभ कता छ ऋषभ त्यहाँ छ अनि सुमन कता छ सुमन त्यहाँ छ सुमनलाई देखे सो सुमनलाई चाहिँ अर्को टिममा राख
सुमन goes to which team
टिम जहाँ चाहिँ के रे अघि को भयो सुरुमा हामीले के रे सुमनलाई र प्रणयलाई स्वाप गर्ने
ओके ओके
भयो
ओके I'll do that
राइट देन मलाई चाहिँ टिम बी मा राख सो द टिम बी को
अनि टिम बी चाहिँ आशिष Regina
okay so Ashish and Regina you guys are going to give me you're going to create solution for me then okay now we have now again just sticking with the slide itself so यहाँ जुन नोटहरु छ पोइन्टहरु छ हैन listen 80% of the time let the person speak okay really observe one person asks the questions other person is really typing it and always any interesting question I have anything why try to understand the background behind it right try to understand the logic what the actual situation or actual problem the user is really experiencing so any questions on the observation phase or this task
हाम्रो टिममा को आउँछ त
तिमी कुन टिममा थियौ सी मा थियौ न ए डी मा छौ चारवटा टिम छ
अर्चना सन्देश र अशोक
ए रुक त्यस भए अनुज त्यसमा तिमी चाहिँ अर्चनाहरुको टिममा जाऊ
ओके स्योर
so you guys are going to ask him so they will
यो कति टाइमको राख्थ्यो यो
it is going to be of 7 minutes put it on
actually Aman dai small question मेरो इन्टरनेट 2 मिनेटको लागि गयो ग्रुप बी मा चाहिँ के हुँदैछ भन्नु भयो
ओके ग्रुप बी मा चाहिँ हाम्रो अमन जी चाहिँ के आउनुहुन्छ
म आउँछु ओके ग्रुप ए मा को आउँछ
प्रणय एक्सेस टु सुमन
या
प्रणय गोज टु ग्रुप सी
that's ग्रुप सी मा अनि ग्रुप डी मा अनुज चाहिँ you will join अर्चनाको टिम
ओके जोइन तर मैले गर्ने के हो जोइन मात्र गर्ने
उनीहरुले क्वेशन गर्छ you just need to answer they are going to design a virtual dating experience for you so right
okay,
so
cool.
you're going to need to open up you need to share whatever you feel like right okay. So create the 8 minute ko banao then we will go into the activity one person speaks and let's just get it
done
either
okay
so how was the experience
क्वेशन त गजब को निकाले रहेछ त
so I know we are taking a bit more time but do you guys still have some more time to engage or should we park some stuff for tomorrow I mean or wrap up things quickly
I think
it's good for me
it's fine for me I have free time what about
Versa, is it fine for you
it's not so fine but ठीक छ केही चाहिँ गरौँ but भोलिको लागि पनि राख्नु
we make
पर्छ
it
कि
yeah you know definitely we just have one exercise that we need to do
okay sure
and that's why I just wanted to make sure that you guys are because we already more or less beyond time
yeah
and I want to make it engaging in terms of the more experience ke bhairach yo tyo sodna pani I just don't want to just make it tell you what to do and then you guys do it so how was the observation phase for you के कुरा तिमीलाई distinct लाग्यो जहाँ चाहिँ when you were doing the understanding when you were only putting your brain and now you were interviewing someone did you find any differences or perspective के फरक कुरा पायो तिमीहरुले
actually हाम्रो केसमा चाहिँ हामीले कस्तो डिफरेन्ट डाइमेन्सन्सको क्वेशन्सहरु पायो कि इन्टरभ्यूको त्यो इन्टरेक्सनको लागि चाहिँ हैन हामी चाहिँ एउटा कुरामा फोकस थियौं र जब उहाँले एन्सर गर्न थाल्नु भयो नि दैट एडेड मोर क्वेशन्स टु अस उहाँको एन्सरबाट क्रस क्वेशन्सहरु चाहिँ धेरै आयो अनि सो कति धेरै क्वेशन्सहरु भयो पछि त इम्प्रम्प्टु क्वेशन्सहरु सो दैट वाज रियली नाइस
exactly so that's exactly what happens in design thinking right तिमी आफ्नो एउटा पर्सपेक्टिभबाट स्टार्ट ब्याकग्राउन्ड सिचुएसन सुरु गर्छौ then सोध्दै जाँदा why आउँछ नि why भित्रको why धेरै why हुन्छ
right
अनि why हुँदै why this collaborative हुन्छ अनि त्यसपछि then you start identifying completely different dimensions on what problem you are actually facing I mean like मेरो मलाई जसले इन्टरभ्यु लिइरहेको थियो मेरो सिचुएसन completely different so I guess the people who interviewed me they know the challenge तिनीहरुको challenge what they are going to be working on is different than what you guys will be working on because तिमीहरुको user फरक छ user को need फरक छ user को requirement फरक छ okay so that's how it just basically builds up okay about what we will do is wait let me quickly share my PowerPoint this is going to be the last exercise but also very important exercise okay so we're going to talk about synthesis अब चाहिँ के गर्छौ भने wait कता गयो so तिमीहरुले भर्खर कन्टेन्टहरु आइडेन्टिफाई रिसोर्सहरु आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यो हैन you guys identified information knowledge आयो युजर को नीड के छ त प्रब्लम के छ त हैन त्यो कुरा तिमीहरुले थाहा पायो अब चाहिँ you need to unpack all those insights that you got from your observation and then try to cluster them अब clustering case usलाई he is having a problem that his crush is too shy ani she's not willing to come on a chat or something at all तर त्यो एउटा सिचुएसन छ अर्को सिचुएसन के छ भने उसको इन्टरनेट पनि छैन those are different problems nita so cluster them differently right so all the information that you have managed to get so far collect them cluster them and then try to create something called a persona. So now, the importance of design thinking is we are trying to create a one particular particular persona, particular user. So you need to define your challenge somehow, because now त्यो जुन double diamond को सुरुमा माथि गयो अनि फेरि first conversion आएको थियो नि, त्यो conversion part मा चाहिँ अब हामी आउँदैछौँ. Now you need to converge into the point of defining your challenge for this particular person. जति पनि इन्फर्मेसन कलेक्ट गरेको छौ त्यसलाई चाहिँ यो साइडमा कसरी गर भने कोसँग कुरा गर्यो, पुट देम एज अ निकनेम हैन, फर फन जे बनाउनु छ तिमीलाई. अनि what they say what they need to, what do they think are their main problems or challenges to user ko, and what do you see that they don't see, or what's the need behind the need. Try to synthesize, key evaluate gare ta, key identify gare ta, so you need to fill this out now. That's a mini version of synthesis. The whole idea, as again said, you start talking about what was the reaction of the team members. You start clustering the idea and then develop a challenge point of view for a persona. I'm solving the problem for this person. This person is nicknamed as this. What they need and what do you think is the real problem for them? Yeah. So you need to define your challenge now. So far, मैले सुरुमा के भनेको थिएँ, virtual dating को experience design गर्न भनेको थिएँ. So that was a very big challenge. That's not the actual challenge you guys are working on. Interview पछि तिमीहरुको focus के भयो त? यो user को problem त छुट्टै रहेछ. Even within a virtual dating, creating a virtual dating for him, his challenge is completely different. So now you are pivoting it into what the actual challenge is, and that's what you need to do. Any questions? This is going to be the last exercise of the day. 7 minutes लाग्छ, that minute. So now, Anuj, you there?
Yep.
So यसमा चाहिँ now we get back to our old teams. So पहिला जुन टिममा जो थियो, you guys get back to your own teams, right? त्यो बनाउ त, त्यो रेडी भएपछि बल्ल अनि we will go into the teams.
Pranay with Suman. Okay. Move.
That means I will not be in the team B anymore. You and I will be in the background. So the teams will work in the synthesis. त्यो कुरा बुझ्यौ synthesis को? Are you following up somehow what we are doing, or is it already confusing enough?
No, it's kind of okay.
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 Done? Done. Okay. Then move to the breakout rooms.
7 or 8 minutes this?
8 minute after, just to make sure the timings are there.
Okay, done.
How was it, Bubbles? Your audio अड्केर आइरहेछ. Cannot hear you.
हामी सारै थोरै छौँ जस्तो छ हो अब.
They should be coming. How they should.
They are coming on their way.
I'm a liar. So, people, how was it?
It was nice.
Riddhi अझै focus गर्दैछ क्या synthesis मा. Okay, so एउटा sort of direction तिमीलाई के त्यो, I mean, of course we were not doing a full blown design thinking, तर त्यो sense आयो where we started and where we are going भन्ने कुरा. Right? The perception. So it's really important that के कुरा गर्दाखेरि पनि हामी के गर्यौं त, we need to, there was a challenge हैन, मैले सुरुमा challenge दिए कि redesign the virtual dating experience. तर we did not go into building solution right in the beginning. We try to understand from our perspective what is a virtual dating, or what does like in the time of COVID crisis, what does that even mean? Especially user मा गयौं. We looked at how the user actually needs. And this I'm like, I would want to actually ask, maybe one person from each team tells us or shares about your persona ko barema, okay? Let's just do that. Team A, who wants to share? कोही बोल्दैन त कता गयो टिम ए
ए ओके टिम ए कता गयो
यतै हो यतै हो
so भन त like what's your persona and then what challenges what problem are you guys trying to solve
हाम्रो चाहिँ डेटिङको लागि चाहिँ इनफ हैन डेटिङको लागि भनेर चाहिँ सर्टेन के भन्छ प्लेटफर्महरु बनेको छैन भन्ने बारेमा चाहिँ हाम्रो फाइन्डिङ निस्क्यो
and who is your persona who is the user
okay the user Suman Sai so what should I say further मैले बुझेन क्वेशन
it's more like of course we know that Suman was there na तर behavior of that particular user what was his need
उसको निड चाहिँ जस्तै डिफ्रेन्ट डिफिकल्टिजहरु आइरहेको थियो भर्चुअल मिट गर्दाखेरि कम्पेयर टु द रियल डेट सो हामीले चाहिँ उसको लागि चाहिँ के कुन चाहिँ पर्फेक्ट प्लेटफर्म हुन सक्छ त भन्ने बारेमा चाहिँ कन्फ्युजनमा पुग्यो भनौं न
okay so you found a direction okay a platform को कुरामा आछौ तिमीहरु चाहिँ already okay let's go to another team B what's a team B मा Varsha?
Okay, म share गरौँ team B. Okay, so हाम्रो चाहिँ we had Pranay and उहाँको लागि हामीले दिएको नाम चाहिँ Talking Tom किनभने एकदम मिल्ने साथीहरुसँग चाहिँ he said he can talk like 4-5 hours मैले सोचेको पनि थिएन कोही अनलाइनमा यस्तो लामो टाइमसम्म बोल्न सक्नुहुन्छ भनेर so that was really interesting thing तर फेरि साथीहरुसँग चाहिँ कम्फर्टेबली तर डेटको कुरामा चाहिँ he said he would be shy अनि he might get bored fast के engaging हुनु पर्यो किनभने he is shy he can't you won't be able to initiate like new topics all the time हैन हाम्रो observation है उहाँको कुरा सुन्दाखेरि so त्यो केसमा चाहिँ is very shy अनि अलिकति लामो हुने चान्स एकदमै कम छ so त्यसको लागि maybe solution जो filtersहरु gamesहरु online games खेल्न मिल्नेहरु त्यो
don't go into solutions already solution is not part of the equation forget about solution
अर्को कुरा चाहिँ he really prefers open ambience अनि अब he is expecting ambience like you know बसन्तपुरको एरिया जस्तो but virtual date मा it's confined within your mobile or laptop so it's really challenging हैन उहाँलाई त्यस्तो open space मन पर्ने अर्को कुरा you really need some time to design graphics because live मा you can like take flowers or you know chocolates as a gift हैन डेट को लागि त्यो कसरी गिफ्ट लाने भन्दा उहाँ चाहिँ is a very good graphic designer हुनुहुँदो रहेछ we just got to know so he needs enough time के सोच्नु पर्यो नि त मेरो क्रश को like कस्तो कुरा मन पर्छ proper designsहरु बनाउने टाइम पनि चाहियो other problem is he's very camera shy फेरि shy त shy क्रशसँग झन् क्यामेरा अगाडि आएपछि झन् shy हैन सो अर्को पनि च्यालेन्ज चाहिँ त्यहाँ भेटेर अर्को कुरा चाहिँ अब अफिसको के अर्जेन्ट कामहरु आयो भने चाहिँ he was like very nice good for his crush he said he would prioritize the date and he would like leave the work pending even if it's very urgent appointment त हुन्छ डेट को हैन अफिसलाई थाहा हुनु पर्यो बट स्टिल कलिक अर्जेन्ट छ भने पनि he would like leave the work pending so very nice राम्रो लाग्यो good for his crush फेरि पनि हैन अनि हामी चाहिँ युजुअली अब क्लोज कनेक्सनको कुरा गर्दाखेरि हामी सेल्फी भिडियो प्रिफर गर्छौं त्यो गर्छौं सो ही इज सो डिफरेन्ट इन युनिक उहाँलाई चाहिँ प्रपर कतै ठाउँमा आरामले बसेर चाहिँ बोल्न मन लाग्छ र बीचमा बोर भयो भने मात्रै यु वुड लाइक टु रोम अराउन्ड नत्र हामी मिटिङहरु जस्तै हामी कतै राखेर प्रपर हुन्छ नि सो त्यो चाहिँ प्रिफर गर्नुहुन्छ सो या फ्यु थिंग्स अनि अल्सो भर्चुअल डेटमा चाहिँ ही वुड लाइक ब्युटिफाई हैन ड्रेस हेयर अप त्यो भद्रगोल चाहिँ गर्नु दिस भेरी नाइस यु हैव टु बी भेरी क्लीन डेटमा जाँदा हैन सो भर्चुअल भयो भने घरमै बसे भने ही वुड डु दैट सो या एकदमै राम्रो
Absolutely. So this is a really good insight what you guys got, and that's what observation is about. When you guys started and where you are now, about the user को background team थाहा पायो नि हैन अब त्यो just compare to the first team उनीहरुको need र तिमीहरुको need completely फरक छ नि हैन that's what happens when you're doing a design thinking and when you start looking from a user perspective. So you guys are good. Solution मा अहिले नजानु
Sorry.
आज साँझ सपनामा पनि सोलुसन नसोच्नु भोलि बिहान सोच्नु सोलुसन हैन अहिले सोलुसनसँग फल इन लभ गर्ने हैन है ओके पर्फेक्ट टिम सी व्हाट्स टिम सी
हामी एक्चुअली टिम बी थियो
टिम सी चाहिँ हामी थियो लाइक
ए ओके
ए हामी चाहिँ टिम सी थियो वर्षा
टिम
भन्नुभयो म त ओके सरी टिम बी
इट्स ओके
मैले अघि भन्न लागेको थिएँ होइन 80% सुन्नुपर्छ होइन मैले सुनिरहेको
मैले पनि उसले कन्टिन्यू गरिहाल्यो अनि आई डिडन्ट वान्ट टु
ए म त फर्स्ट सुने अनि आई थट इट्स आवर टर्न भनेर बोलिहालेँ सरी
रेजिना
So I should go. So हाम्रो युजर चाहिँ रजनीकान्त हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन and according to what we observed Rajnikant is like dealing with long distance problem crush सँग बोल्दाखेरि यसै पनि long distance he's and his crush are like they are in completely different geographical places distance भयो त्यो माथि time differences and all ले गर्दा there have been like communication skills हरु lack भइराछ and also since Rajnikantको crush चाहिँ is a bit shy and awkward communication मा झनै अलि problem भइराछ अनि since अहिले यो pandemic situation ले गर्दा he's in a geographical place where pandemic पहिले peak मा थियो र अहिले चाहिँ it's been solving हैन but here where his crush is भर्खर rise भइराछ and there's been like his crush has been involved in protests and like situation is different so they've not been able to relate and retaliate to their current realities you know ani they emotionally communication skills are pani lack bhairasa and that's it and so त्यति हो हैन or what you wish to do wala pani भन्ने हो अहिले like what
no, it's primarily on the need basis only so usko problem ke थियो हैन so user को situation के छ र उसको behavior like पुरानो टिम कम्पेयर गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ there is already a sort of like an environmental aspect and what he prefers and all भन्छ तर यो third उसमा like third persona I mean I was like being a it was not me speaking it was a character speaking it was a persona so when you're developing a solution do not put me in mind put the character in mind that's why the persona is really important because the reason why you create persona is you're not developing solution for Suman or was me or Anuj or Pranay. It's for a persona whom we are portraying to be. Right? So, next step ma janda त्यो पनि realize गर्नुपर्छ. So, primarily त्यो need हरु कस्तो फरक देखिरहेछ नि त हैन so that's the beauty of it. The last team 4.
I was trying to add up to what Regina said. The defining stage when we after interviewing Rajnikant, we were defining based on the questions that we asked. Ani ekdamai हामीले अब जस्तै based on what Rajnikant said, we got to learn that his crush is in different geographical location and she is facing with different reality and she's in Nepal lockdown protest she's going with all of that thing while Rajnikant is in like another geographical location where he is dealing with another scenario and that is creating a lot of virtual awkwardness and what the user wish is from our interview that he wished that there could be a lot of engagement with her or something like walking in a park with virtual conversation on phone or something like that so that he could actually relate with each other like go beyond their reality and come up with the conversation go euta nice tone of conversation where they feel ekdamai empathetic to talk to each other so that was the wish of the user.
Good. So how was it with the fourth team?
Hi, hello.
Sure.
So हामीले इन्टरभ्यु गरेको चाहिँ हाम्रो अनुज दाइलाई हैन so and then he is एकदम innocent character के like उहाँको चाहिँ क्रस भन्नु या त he has a girlfriend right so and then last उहाँको टिममा चाहिँ they had good food together so अब यो के भन्ने भर्चुअल उसमा त मिल्दैन नि त त्यो they couldn't sit together or have good meal together हैन but he wishes कि they were together okay all the time he was saying कि हामी सँगै भएपछि all those love के भन्छ moment so त्यो देखेर उहाँको पर्सना देख्दाखेरि चाहिँ like feel कि he is so innocent at the same time caring, and then we don't think visual understanding of any problems, like he was constantly stating we understand each other, हाम्रो जुन टाढा भए पनि despite that we have के भन्छ understanding, like all the time त हुन्छ नि, we don't have to be together नि, so त्यो के भन्छ एउटा अलिकति डिस्टेन्स मेन भएन, there is love growing, and त्यही नै हो, लाइक पर्सनमा सुन्दाखेरि चाहिँ we don't think it's the धेरै नै gap, there is so much missing in the relations जस्तो चाहिँ लाग्दैन, हैन. I hope I'm right, and yeah, definitely हामीले चाहिँ 80% time चाहिँ we just listen के भन्छ stories and all those moments के.
Okay.
So त्यही नै हो.
Any of the team members you want to add anything? No? Okay, cool. So, summarizing the end of day one, I know it was being a bit tiring for you. I can already see that in your face. Sorry about taking so long, but I hope it was at least a bit more different experience, or the mindset halka change gonna, your drive gonna go, that's already a winning for me. And the money worth of what we are spending as a time over here. So tomorrow we're going to come back again at the same time. We was in Nepalko time. And then we start going into the ideation part. So already solution timoro bias no, synthesis banako. So maybe you can already think something, but do not completely come in to fall in love with your solution tonight. The bubble app no banayala already. Okay, or like completely imagine just think about it, let it immerse into yourself, and talk to your team members if you will. I mean, maybe some of you might had not known each other, so maybe you are now new friends, talk to each other, try to immerse on what your experience was, and we'll start from where we left today. I want
to add something to So हामीले चाहिँ सुमनको निकनेम चाहिँ लभ उस्ताद भनेर राखेको थियो हैन, किनभने you said that उसले चाहिँ आफ्नो गर्लफ्रेन्ड लाइक क्रसलाई गर्लफ्रेन्ड बनायो रे हैन, so that's like next to impossible, अनि so लभ उस्ताद चाहिँ नाम you deserve it हैन. अनि नेक्स्ट चिज चाहिँ उसले चाहिँ लाइक सबै चिज ट्राई गरेको रहेछ क्या, सबै चिज इन सेन्स लाइक मुभी पनि हेरेको रहेछ, स्क्रिन सेयर गरेर एकदमै धेरै इन्साइट्सहरू दियो कि के गर्यो, के गर्दा ठिक हुन्छ, के गर्दा रोमान्टिक हुन्छदेखि लिएर एभ्रिथिङ जुन चाहिँ एउटा लभ उस्तादले मात्रै दिन सक्छ हैन. सो कसरी रोमान्टिक बनाउने मिल्छ, अनि उसले के गरिरहेछ त यो लकडाउनको पिरियडमा. सो त्यस्तै इन्साइट्सहरू आयो, जस्तै टिम भ्युवर युज गरेर जसरी मुभी हेर्न मिल्ने हैन. सो निकै रमाइलो कुराहरू थियो. सो ही वाज अ भेरी चेयरफुल अनि एकदमै रोमान्टिक पर्सन आई थिंक.
So each user को आफ्नो characteristics पनि त रहेछ नि त हैन. त्यही भएर every user has a different need, every user has his own requirement and his problem. So now tomorrow when you go into the solution space, then you will be creating for Suman in your case, or the persona who looks like Suman. Again, we're saying we are not creating a solution for Suman or me or who else was there. Anuj or Pranay was also in the call. So you're not creating solution for me. We portrayed to become a persona. So you're now trying to create a solution for a persona. Right? That's why persona is so important. Because the whole part of empathy is the person has to be real, and the kind of reality behind that persona, there would be so many people like Suman, or there might be so many people, or there might not be any like Suman just एउटा मात्रै होला लभ उस्ताद हैन. त्यो पनि तिमीले जब टेस्टिङ गर्छौ नि त्यति बेला थाहा पाउँछौ नि त यो प्रब्लम चाहिँ, यो सोलुसन चाहिँ एकजनाले मात्रै युज गर्छ कि टन्नैले युज गर्छ भन्ने कुरा पनि भयो नि त हैन. So that's how you will go into the second phase. So all I want to do is now thank you so much guys for joining. I really हजुर सुमन
लाइक यो चारजना जुन युजर्स छ हाम्रो चारैजना मेल युजर्सको पर्सपेक्टिभबाट आएछ. लाइक फिमेल पर्सपेक्टिभबाट त्यो पर्सोना क्रिएट गर्नको लागि
थ्यांक यू
त्यो ट्राई चारैजना मेल भयो क्या. अनि
good analysis, I like it.
Yes.
Suman.
I'm sorry about that. I knew that would come. The situation के भयो भने एउटा टिममा at least एउटा हामीसँग female population कम थियो अनि I wanted the solution to जुन diversity को aspect छ नि at least all the teams had one guy and one girl in a team when they were actually listening and questioning. So to make sure that happens, I had to do the other way around. Otherwise, we would have had to.
Okay.
Just
I think plus adding on, हाम्रो guys को perspective मा त्यो उहाँहरूको जति पनि person थियो नि 50% the role of his her crush, the way they talk पनि त छ नि त. So I think that also adds value somehow. हाम्रो ठ्याक्कै female नभए पनि. But nice analysis still.
No, that's perfect. So thanks for that feedback. I hope we had a bit more diverse crowd, then we would have been able to do that. So maybe what we will do tomorrow is we're going to do testing. Testing ma chahi the solution ma chahi we're just going to shuffle it around and then see what comes out. Right? So of course, yeah. What do I say? It just hit me quite a bit now. Yeah, we'll try to make it better next time. Definitely.
Well, be prepared with your ideas about virtual days.
Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Maybe if you guys want, or some of the boys are still invisible, let's all turn on our video if possible. Then we take a virtual selfie.
Okay.
I like taking that.
So let us know when to smile.
I need to take a screenshot. Okay, Ashok, you cannot come. Anuj?
Yeah, wait.
Video ma aauti moreso. Let's all smile. Take a team picture. Wait. Ashok, wait. Aba smile garo. Okay, that's great. We have everyone now. Let me see if I have everyone. So make funny faces. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of the day. If there's any question, just shoot me a message. Insta, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever you prefer.
Okay, thank you, Dai. Thank you, Aman Dai. अब भोलिको लागि म सबलाई इमेल चाहिँ पठाइदिन्छु जुम लिंकको लागि हैन आज जो पार्टिसिपेन्ट भएको थियो तिनीहरुलाई चाहिँ अनि सेम टाइम सेम मुमै भेटौँला हामी प्लेटफर्ममै ओके कसैलाई के ओके स्योर के
अकाउन्ट is not working. मैले the towards को मा text पनि गरेको थिए, so it would be really kind if you could just I don't know text me messenger.
Sure, okay.
Thank you.
We'll do that. Okay.
Okay. So thank you, Aman. It was like worth it. Very nice, interactive.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. So more fun is yet to come. It's always the solution space. The problem space is a bit more boring. When you start thinking about solution, it gets much more fun. So if you guys actually enjoyed the problem space, then it's great because it's going to be more fun tomorrow.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Then take care, stay safe, and then we see us tomorrow. Right?
And also, Rosnikan, can you share the selfie group chat over, please?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, true. I need to say it. Maybe I'll put it on the email. I'll send it to Anuj, and then he can send that to you guys on the email. Right?
अर्को कुरा चाहिँ भोलिको हाम्रो सेसन कति टाइमसम्म जान्छ सो
it's going to be shorter than that.
We all will plan हाम्रो भोलिको सेसन
plan it for 2 hours, so that I feel when we experience this, maybe more questions might come. I'm free, so I'll be able to answer a lot of your questions. So I just want to get it.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Okay. All
cool,
right.
Guys. Then if you feel like going, already go. Take care.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Okay.
दुआओं में याद रखना.
दुआ में याद रखना.